Almost there.
Don't lie to me.
Wow.
Don't lie to me.
I would never lie to a DM to his face.
Don't mess with my feelings.
I guess it's to his face.
Joe had the same reaction to that as I did.
And we're live.
Don't worry, I'll make you pay for that later.
Wait a minute, are we?
We are, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2022. I almost said 2021. It is 2022. Welcome back to Dice Hard with a Vengeance. We've missed you guys. And I don't just mean the fans, because we have missed you. Everyone who's watching on Facebook, YouTube Live, and Twitch. I've missed you guys, the party. You know, we've had a lot of bumps in the road the past couple weeks trying to get us back in the swing of things, but, you know, zombie apocalypse be damned, long distance relationships be damned. Here we all are. It's time for some D&D.
The world can end, but D&D is going to keep on going.
Damn straight. So, ladies and gentlemen,
D&D forever.
Thank you for joining us. Oh my goodness, we are in for quite the night. Cause we are in the pits of the underworld. If you forgot, you know, we ended 2021 and started 2022 in the perfect place. So, with that,
Spider Hell Pit.
Yep. Much like Nat said, Spider Hell Pit. It's gonna be a blast. But with that, we'll start with the oath, and then I'll give the reins over to Mr. Tim Russell. But as always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload, and buy the t-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/LostBoyKirby. I, Naramos Torin II, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Owen!
I, Owen Schwarzschild, do solemnly swear to obey Hector.
Netil.
I, Natil Starag, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo except to these spiders. Hi, Mom.
Taruk Bloodfist.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The signs are back.
The signs are back.
Nice.
Love it.
Very nice.
The eyeball. That is an eyeball, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sure is.
It sure
Okay.
is.
It's the night eye.
Tis the night eye. Corrallos.
I, Corrales Abrazar, do solemnly swear to light these spiders up.
Woo! Tim, take it away.
All right, guys, welcome back. And you're not in Thrandy anymore, so welcome back to the underworld. Let's give a little brief catch up for anybody who missed last episode, and just to kind of reset the table here. After you guys went to the temple to Athena on the island of Athos, each of you were given the opportunity to ask a question from the keeper of the shrine. And each of you got answers for different things. Could be for magical items, could be the questions about Nat's sister. Each of you got answers according to whatever you were curious about and whatever you were looking for. Shortly after, you left the island, and the party as a whole made the decision that you were going to take a quick route to the underworld, having a little while ago made a deal with Persephone, and the quickest way to the underworld is, in fact, to die. And each of you handled that yourselves. And upon arriving on the shores of Tartarus, you ran into Persephone and not more, but just as importantly so, Hades. And you became quickly aware of the fact that Hades was unhappy with Hector. And there was certainly a grievance there that none of you are really in on, and the details are a little fuzzy as of this point. But in that moment, you also found out that Hector had his own little personal protector in the form of Aphrodite, who has interceded on his behalf for one of her servants, so she claims. And with a little negotiating and a little bit of a competitive edge to the conversation, you all are now involved in a game between Hades and Persephone. Pretty much the deal of it being, if you can find Nat's sister, kill the Rakshasa, you will all be granted safe passage back to the material plane. If any of you die, however, in this endeavor, you die for good, and Hades keeps you. Persephone opted not to say a whole lot in that particular exchange, but that certainly looms over the party's head as we move forward. When we last left off, you were dropped on this little demi-plane in the middle of Tartarus with very little to go on. Somewhere on this little demi-plane is Regis and Isla. And as you guys made your way, you came across a giant chasm with an endless spider web reaching across it. And as you guys made your way, you made it about halfway across. You became aware that you guys were being followed and hunted. And when we last left off, Owen, who was leading the party, was surprised by one of these demonic spiders, as a second one was looming overhead directly above Nat. So we're going to start this week with you guys rolling initiative. However, the one spider will get a surprise attack on Owen.
Okay.
But everybody, please roll initiative. And I will roll initiative for Hector for you guys. Spiders go at the same time. That's not good.
Alrighty.
Off to a wonderful start.
Go.
Come on, Misty Mountain Gaming. You're letting me down with these dice rolls. And
Not sponsored.
not sponsored, but you know.
But we can
shout out.
talk.
Yeah. Not sponsored, but they have good stuff. I am.
Indeed.
So you guys get your stuff together. One moment.
Well, you know who we are sponsored by? That's right, we're sponsored by repsports.com. Use the promo code curbside8 for a small discount on your next purchase. I personally love their Raise Energy and their Broken Arrow pre-workout. So go to repsports.com to get your fitness needs.
Yeah, he fed me Broken Arrow once. I tasted colors. It was scary, but it was fun.
Okay, guys. Let's 20 and up. Nobody. All right. Let's go 19 to 15.
18.
18 for Owen, 17 for Corrales.
Oh, I got a 16, Tim.
18, 17, 16. Okay. Owen, Corrales, Taruk. And one person I didn't roll for. Hector with a 17.
Nice.
Corrales, you'll go. You're faster than him. You'll go first. Owen, Corrales, Hector, Taruk. 14 to 10.
10.
10 for Torin. 9 to 5.
9.
9 by Nat.
9.
Which means the spiders are going last.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no. However, they do get a surprise, one round here of a surprise attack on Owen. Nat saw the one that was overhead, so that one doesn't get a surprise round. But the one that is directly under Owen, if you remember where we left off, Owen, the spider was climbing the bottom side of the web right under you. So here's what we're going to do. It's going to try to bite.
Oh, shit.
Oof, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah. Question.
Yes.
He has advantage because of surprise, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to restore balance.
So it's just one roll?
Yeah, it is not a reaction. It is not a reaction. It's just a class feature that I can do.
Okay.
So
well,
I would be able to do it. It just
Okay.
makes it a straight roll.
Okay, so the lower of those two
It'll
is
probably still hit.
21.
That absolutely still hits, but it was worth a shot.
Yeah. No, keep that stuff straight. That is 15 points of piercing damage. And if you would please make me a con save.
All right. That is going to be 16 plus 0, so that's going to be a straight 16.
Yeah, that passes.
That's good, because I don't have a lot of health.
And I rolled really well. That's 9 points of poison damage. You feel the fangs. Yeah, that half damage on that.
All right.
As you feel the pulsing of this dark ichor that comes out of its fangs, and you feel as it hits your bloodstream.
Oh, that is not fun. That is a horrible thing.
It is, but that's all. It had its little. It basically attacked you from underneath. We'll say it got you in. We'll say it got you in the leg. It immediately came up into the web and got you in the leg.
Okay.
All right, so we are at the top of the order. Which, guess what, Owen? It's your turn, sir.
Right. Having undergone a rather excruciating bite, Owen is going to. Owen is not going to play around. I'm as a bonus action, I will use my reflavored Sharadan's step.
Okay.
I now have an extra 20 feet of movement. I do not trigger opportunity attacks, and any hostile creature within 5 feet of me takes 1d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
They can only do it once per turn, and then I am going to use I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points. No, I don't need to. I'm just going to use Booming Blade on the spider monster that bit me.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so I can do that.
Yep.
And that is going to be... Ooh, that is not good. That is only going to be a 12 to hit. And there's nobody within 5 feet of it other than me, right?
Not that one, no.
Okay, so then that's just going to be a 12 to hit.
Yeah, that misses, buddy.
All right, and then I'm going to move 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
I'm going to circle back behind where Torin is.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I'll circle back to where Taruk is, so that I'm like kind of equidistant between them, and
All right.
that'll end my turn.
Okay. Got it. I'm going to put you... I've got just so I can keep track. I've got a little diagram here, so I'm going to put Owen with Taruk, and Nat, Torin, Hector, and Corrales in the middle. Okay. Good turn, Owen. Corrales, you're up. Hector's on deck.
I am going to shoot a fire bolt at the web above the spider that's dangling above us.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Handling part 2.
I am for
In a
this.
sense.
Do it. Roll for the attack.
Okay. Oh wait, that's wait, hang on.
Oh,
15.
we got math.
15. Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Let's go.
4.
make contact with the webbing. You see it as this firebolt hits it, and you see the strand is burning away a little bit, and it's just holding on. This is strong stuff, and you got to consider that you guys are literally standing on top of it. And Owen, it's by the way, the one thing I needed to tell you is that your speed was halved because you guys are on this stuff. That's my fault. But you see, it is that spider is coming down. It is roughly about, I'm going to say about 100 feet above you guys right now. And you did just make the hit on the web. It is barely hanging, but it's still dangling from there.
Okay, then bonus action, because of my bracers, I will do another firebolt at the web.
Roll for the attack. Roll for the attack, man.
18.
Well, that hits. Roll damage.
No. That's 8.
Yeah, right. No, I gotta do math. Okay. All right, and to do this fairly, the first thing I'm gonna have to do for this while I'm calculating, Nat and Torin, will you please just roll dex saves?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's D6. I just said he's 100 feet, so. Okay. Okay. And that. Okay. Nat and Torin, dex saves.
10.
16.
Torin, you fail. Nat, you succeeded. Here's what
I
happens.
mean, oh no.
This is gonna be interesting.
Nat, you see Corrales make contact with that second firebolt, and it takes out the strand that the spider is dangling from as it's coming down, and you see the body of this demonic spider start to plummet
Nope.
directly at you and Torin. You roll out of the way. Torin does not. He is not quick enough. As this spider lands on top of him, Torin, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Oh.
That's
and
not pretty.
I've got to roll. I think it's fair. I got to roll a save for this spider. Sandstone died, betrayed me. Yeah, that's a failure. Here's what happens. Nat, you see the body of this spider just start to plummet down directly on you guys. Torin doesn't quite make it out of the way. You roll to the side as this spider falls and breaks through the webbing that you guys were just standing on, and you just see the body of this spider just fall into the chasm down below. Torin, you are hanging on to the remnants of the webbing that was once there. You are now dangling from this webbing. As you look down, you see the chasm below, and you have no idea how far down it goes.
Shit!
You're dangling right now.
Oh no.
When we get to somebody's turn or your turn, we'll see if you can get yourself out of your predicament. But in one turn, Corrales killed one of the spiders.
That's the clutch factor, baby.
Torin's hanging up. Well done, Carlos! Let someone get me up!
You also noticed as that thing busted through that webbing and fell down, it is significant. That one was significantly smaller than the one that was that's harassing Owen.
Oh no.
Right.
But it's dead. It has good
It
turn,
went
Corrales.
Way to go, Corrales.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I have AC and HP for the webbing, and you broke it, all of it. The weight of the spider falling 100 feet, and
Yay! Someone else broke something.
So Corellos, good turn. It is now Hector's turn. Who just
All right, come on.
in
Hector.
horror, kind of looking back and now realizing, okay, so Hector steps up to the big one. Brandishing his brand new sword that he found in a sunken tower. Takes a couple swipes. Those both hit. Maybe this will be quicker than I anticipated. Thanks, George. That's 8 plus. That's 18 points of damage as you see Hector pull out his brand new blade that he found and starts carving into the spider. Not a bad turn. Corellos. I don't know if I'm proud or mad at you.
Damn you, Corellos.
Taruk, you're up. Torin, you're on deck.
All right, Sam, can you give me a visual?
Yeah. What's happening? You've got this giant demonic-like spider that's in front of you, and Hector's in between.
In front of me.
Yeah, in front of you and Owen.
Okay.
So
He's in front. Okay.
There's a hole in the webbing behind you with Torin dangling from it, and that's off to the side.
Okay. All right. Well, what I'm gonna do is, would I be able to attack, and then I want to help Torin? Would that be a bonus action to do that, to go help Torin, or?
I think I see what you want to do.
Yeah,
you've got two attack action. You've got two attacks that you can make, or you can use an action to go help him. It's kind of like a choice.
Okay.
Because the whole idea is, if you attack, then you've got an ability that allows you to attack again.
Right.
Or you can use your action to go help him out of the hole.
Okay, so I can't attack and then go help him out the hole?
No.
Okay. Yeah, let me go help Torin.
Okay. So you move over to the hole where Torin's at, and you use your action to try to help. Okay. Since his turn's up next anyway, we'll make this kind of like a joint turn just to keep things moving.
All right.
Torin, you see Taruk make his way over to the opening in the webbing, and he reaches down a hand. Do you take it?
Of course.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and Taruk, give me just a basic give me an athletics check.
Athletics. All right.
It should be not too tough for you.
That's perfect. That is a 16.
Yeah, good enough. Torin, give me an athletics check with advantage.
Very well.
Because Taruk is helping you.
That's a 25.
Yeah, with relative ease, Taruk with one arm kind of helps you, and you grabbing onto it, you just whoop, and you're up, and he pulls you up back onto the webbing as you guys are both kind of looking down into the hole, kind of realizing who knows where that chasm ends, how far down.
Thank you, Taruk.
I just look at Torin with 2 fingers up twice now.
All right. I'm going to say that took up your turn, Torin, for you for him helping you and you using his help to kind of get out of your predicament. Nat, you're up, and the last spider's on deck.
Okay. So about how far am I from like this last spider? I know he was underneath us. And
It's about 40. Well, not even that. About 30 feet in front of you.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot. I'm gonna try to take a shot at him.
Okay.
Alrighty. Go for my attack here. $18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
I'm sorry. Like my volume, my audio cut out.
I cut out, or you did?
I couldn't hear on my end.
Oh, 18 hits. Roll damage.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So let me see. Sorry, my laptop's like being really slow.
Good. It gives me a moment to bring up a character sheet that I haven't touched since the beginning of the campaign.
All right. So I have 6 of damage, but I have 2 bonus for my bracers of archery. So that's going to give me 8.
Okay. 8 total on that first one.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Nice. So you fire your first arrow, and you see it kind of shriek out in pain. Do your next attack.
All right. Same thing. Repeat attack. $17 this time.
That hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
This is your great bow, correct? The one that Persephone
Yes.
kind of modified with you? Okay.
Yes. Persephone. Stupid audio.
No, I'm just reminding you that it was the great bow. So you remember that's a D10, not a D8, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just rolling a little bit. Well, that's a little bit of a better roll. So total...
Well, you've been rolling so poorly for the rest of the campaign.
I got an off night. Well, this one, 10 points total damage.
10 total.
With,
nice.
Yeah.
Chipping away. Second arrow. You just see as that kind of shrieks out in pain and anger again. That's a good round. Okay, that brings us back to the. No, it brings us to the spider, the one that's getting impaled with everything. Well, there's one thing in front of it.
Yeah, that'd be me.
All right. No. The most immediate thing in front of the spider right now is Hector. So it's going to do 2 bite attacks at Hector. I think both of those are going to hit. That's a 25 and a 21.
Ooh, boy.
I'm just going to piercing damage. 12. Oh, I got math to do now. That's 16 on that. 2 con saves from Hector. Luckily, I just brought up his character sheet. Con save, that's +6 for him. Con save number 1, yeah, easy. Con save number 2, yeah, well, passes both, which means half of damage. Five plus, so that's 9 points of poison damage to Hector. Plus, okay, now I gotta add all the piercing with that. Total, it's 27 points of piercing. Plus, sorry, I'm using D&D Beyond here. 27 plus 9 for the poison. All right, you see this demonic-looking spider, which is very ticked off now, as it bites into Hector twice. Both times these pinchers break once into the arm and once into his leg, and he is standing firm. And he just took a ton of damage, and you guys are seeing for the first time that he's standing firm. It does not appear. I mean, it hurt him, but he looks okay. The last thing, though, Corrallos.
Yes.
The big spider has a cool little ability here. That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. Was a 37 hit? No.
Okay. You are now restrained as the maw of this spider opens up, and out of its mouth, webbing shoots out and cocoons you directly on the web where you're standing. You are now restrained. And you take...
I cannot.
5 points of necrotic damage
All right.
from the toxicity of this webbing. All right. And when we get to your turn, we can talk about how you might be able to get out of that. Cool. That's the spider's turn. We're going back to the top of the order. Owen, you're up. Corrallos, you're on deck.
Two questions. Is the webbing, is it a line of webbing, or is it just webbing that's wrapped around and no longer connected between the two?
Think of it like he got hit with like a net.
Okay. All right.
Think of it that way. It was basically like a glob of this webbing material, and just and he's now kind of cocooned where he's at. He's restrained.
Okay. With 25 feet of movement, can I flank this spider with Hector on the other side?
Easily.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go for broke. You guys watch as all of you are within range, so all of you begin to hear the ominous sound of a clock ticking down. And as this happens, the electricity that is just cascading off of Owen kind of shifts in color from a violet blue to like a rose gold, and then kind of darkens to a very dark silver as he godspeeds over behind this creature with a trail of sparks. First, I'm going to use Booming Blade to attack with advantage, sneak attack.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 15 and a 9. So it's a 15 plus 6 is 21 to hit.
Oh, that definitely hits.
All right. So I'm going to roll damage. It's going to be 2d8 plus 2d6 plus. So it's going to be 14 plus 2. Yes. So 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And this thing is big and it's between us, correct? Would you say that if I were to I'll just do it. I'm just gonna go for broke. Because of what I have going on, I am going to take a 5-foot step back, and I'm going to raise a hand, and I am going to snap my fingers, and all the electricity that's cascading off of me flickers brightly, pulls into my hand, and I point a finger at this thing and say, no, that's not what we do. And I'm going to shoot upward so that it bypasses Hector, and I'm going to shoot this thing dead in the back at the base of the cephalothorax to launch a rod of lightning through this thing.
Okay.
I'll need a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
That's a $10 word, by the way.
That's a
DC of 14.
That's a 16 total.
All right. So it's going to take half of this.
All right.
It should be 8d6 for lightning bolt, I believe.
Nice.
Looking for my description, and it's evading me.
Look at you,
Yes.
you glass
86.
cannon.
It's 86. It's going to be 23 points of lightning damage.
23 points of lightning damage.
And then I don't have any more movement, because I probably would have moved, 20 feet away from it.
Well, you're right now. In order to flank it, you went around it 25 feet.
I don't have any more.
Flanked.
I can't move away from it now. So it's just me and Hector there now.
Right.
So yeah, that'll be my as a free action. I'm going to say, you're the most important piece on the board. Move. And that'll end my turn. And I'll say that to Hector.
Okay. Corrales is up. Hector's on deck. Corrales, you're restrained.
Yeah.
In spider webbing. Target. Make me a strength check.
Oh, I'm great at these. That's a 12.
That's a failure. You are restrained.
Oh.
That's your turn, buddy.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
Point of information.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Point of information.
I'm looking something up right now. Yeah.
Restrained condition means your movement is 0, and you automatically fail dexterity saving throws, and you have disadvantage on any attack rolls.
But you can make them, is what I was looking up.
You can make attack rolls, and you can make spell attacks.
Yeah.
Or cast spells. It doesn't inhibit somatic components, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, because that one is.
That's actually what I was getting ready to look up before.
Because the same thing happens to me every time.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Wait, what is that?
You can attack at disadvantage, or more than likely, you can cast a spell. You just can't move.
Okay. Ooh. Hang on 1 second.
Did you roll the 1d6 lightning damage that the bug took because he was within 5 feet of me? Because I didn't.
The 1d6 for what?
For a shatter on stride.
No. You want me to roll it?
Yeah, you or me, I don't care. I was just making sure that it would get rolled.
6.
All right, yeah, I'm going to try to cast...
What else would I roll?
I'm going to try to cast Firebolt at the spider.
Okay, roll for the attack.
16.
16 hits. Roll damage.
Oh, all right. That is 4 damage. But because I dealt fire damage, I can wreathe myself in flames. Will that get rid of the spiderweb cocoon?
Does it give you damage as far as what that fire wreathing does?
Any creature within 5 feet of me that hits me with a melee attack gets 1d4 fire damage.
All right, what I'll do is I'll give you the D4. Go ahead and roll it.
And I can re-roll ones on the damage. So
That's good.
2.
Okay, so yeah, as you are wreathed in flames from this the firebolt, and you do see the webbing is starting to burn. However, you are still restrained, but it is working. The spider is up. It is still alive. You only cast it once.
Yes. Then I will bonus action firebolt again.
Okay, roll.
14 plus 21.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
3.
How would you like to do this?
I don't know. Can it like hit the
Prowess
back
with
and
the
blow it
twofer.
up?
What was it?
You know, like the big ass back part of the spider can hit that and like blow it up.
Yeah, oh, like the abdomen. Okay, yeah, easy enough. So even while you're restrained from this toxic webbing, you reach out another hand. You reach out your hand to let loose another firebolt as it hits the. I actually don't know if that's the abdomen or not, but the back part of the spider just blows and incinerates out, and you just hear this unnatural shrieking noise. And you see as it topples over and the legs kind of crumple inward, and the demonic spider is dead. Both of them are dead.
Very metal.
Oh. Thank you.
Love it.
With that's the end of combat. The flames that you're still wreathed in burn away the last of the webbing that has that was around you, so you are no longer restrained by the cocoon.
Fantastic.
Not bad, guys.
Woo!
Not bad, George. Not bad, Owen.
Not.
Good job.
So it helped a little bit this time.
And I
Hector.
helped.
Yes, good job, guys. All around.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
We did it, y'all.
I love how we got a lesson on spider bodies from Owen and George. Loved it. It was perfect.
Yeah, no, that was great, guys. That was
I was wondering what word you were talking about when you said that was a $10 word. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
all right, guys. Sorry, I was getting all my stuff together. The demonic-like spiders are vanquished, guys. You have pretty much just a little worse for wear. Most of you actually got through that okay. Hector probably took the most damage, and you see as he does have the lingering bites on him, but you're now getting a good look at him. He's fairly hardy. He doesn't seem to be slowing him down much. What do you guys do? You are about halfway across this chasm. You're still on this gigantic spider web.
With all due respect, guys, let's get the hell off this damn web.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Let's get on some solid ground at least.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that why don't the party as a whole, moving forward for this part, why don't everybody give me a survival check?
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Because
Ooh,
some of us aren't good at survival.
Yeah.
that is a
Preaching to
dirty
the
20.
choir. 14.
4.
Okay.
Ian?
We got a 7.
25.
Okay. As a whole, as a party, you passed. You had a couple low test scores there, but you
Great
passed. Grading
All
on
that
the
matters,
curve. You passed. As you guys make your way across this chasm, and you're getting now a better look. This thing is massive, and once again, I'm gonna say, Nat, your favorite enemies. Did you pick fiends for one of them?
Fiends?
I can't remember because I know we've gone over this before, but I think we revised what your favorite terrain and enemies were. So just remind me what your favorite enemies were.
Beasts and celestials.
Beast and celestials. Okay, no, yes. that. So go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay.
I know you just rolled 22. One, but this is for a separate thing. 22. Thinking on it as you guys are slowly making your way across this web. Thinking on it, Nat. One of those spiders was much larger than the other, so you're gathering that it might have been the one that Corrallos shot out of the air might have been a little younger. Because it was smaller, it just basic markings of like normal beasts like spiders, and you're just using that knowledge and trying to equate it to whatever these entities were. They're clearly not beasts. They're much worse, especially after talking to Corrallos and Hector on the poison and the webbing.
Okay.
These are not like any type of spider that you've ever encountered before. But that was just for info and knowledge.
Okay.
As you guys are moving forward. Why don't the party go ahead and give me a perception check, if you would?
$17.
14.
14.
Natural one.
Corrallo. 23. Good lord. Nat?
17.
17. Hector's 3. So yeah, Corrallos, you and Hector are kind of like in the back and you're kind of not paying attention. And you're the first one to realize this as you're moving forward, and you see above you and off to the right, you're seeing more vertically woven webs, and you see small, at least from this distance, small lumps, knots in the webbing.
Uh-oh.
And Owen, you swear that you saw a couple of them wriggling.
This is, well, especially being half drow, this is definitely something that sounds uncomfortably familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll let the party know. There appears to be egg sacs or young spiderlings of some kind above and off to the right. Perhaps these monstrosities have babies.
Nat and Owen, go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and once again roll me another survival check.
No.
Oh God.
Another soft 20.
Okay.
I'm so paranoid right now.
18.
I had a bad roll. I lost 3/4 of my health.
Nat, what was that?
18.
18. Nat, you and Owen kind of look at each other, and then it kind of dawns on both of you at the same time. Those are too big to be egg sacs.
Okay. Oh boy. I just don't know my life.
Do they appear the size of... do they appear to be medium-sized?
Rephrase it.
Does it look like there are souls or creatures wrapped in web? Does it look like it's prey that's been cocooned and stored? Or
from here, could be.
Okay. Given that we're in hell, either these people deserved it, or this is a potential source of gear and items that could be useful here. Considering we are playing a game between two gods, and at least one of them seems eclectic. So what does everyone think? Do we go and attempt to free any who should be freed and see if there's perhaps recompense or items that may help us? Or do we simply move on and expedite this journey?
Normally I'd be all for helping whoever is involved, but I don't know. I suggest we move on, like, just because I don't want to be in this web anymore. I don't know what you guys want to do, but that's just my input.
Can I use detect magic and look at them?
Yes, you can.
Anything magical?
Corrales.
Oh, Nat, you knew it was going to happen.
I know. I know.
Nothing magical.
Torin is actually going to turn to Hector. As someone who's been stuck somewhere against their will before, what do you think?
I'm actually looking up some of the things that he can do just to see if there's something that he can do to help here.
Well, mostly just his opinion. Should we help? Should we move on?
Okay,
What say you, Hector?
Okay. He looks at the rest of you and kind of goes, there's something that I might be able to do to help. If you give me a minute.
Take your time.
And you see Hector pretty much, you guys, he insists that you get a little closer to these vertical webs that are set off to the side. And you see him drop to his knees and meditation of some sort. And at 5th level, he's going to cast Commune with Nature. And he will briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory. Spell gives him knowledge of the land within 3 miles of him. In caves and other natural underground settings, the radius is limited to 300 feet. He instantly gains knowledge of up to 3 facts of his choice, and he's going to choose prevalent plants, minerals, animals, and people. Powerful celestial fays, fiends, elementals, or undead. Influence from other planes of existence. And after a minute, he kind of, you almost look at him almost as if he's having a one-sided conversation. And after a moment, like a minute of quiet, you just see him abruptly get up. And he says, "Those are souls."
Interesting.
We're not the only ones down here. And there are several entities and creatures. There's more of those spiders, however, not near us. I'm getting several detections of something in those webs. Those aren't. It's not egg sacs. That's not young. And you see as he keeps like talking to you guys, but his eyes keep darting back up to the web.
Does electricity seem to damage the web?
No more or less than anything else.
Okay.
It would do the same amount of damage that fire would. There doesn't seem to be a major weakness or vulnerability to the webbing.
Okay. About how high are the webs? They just stretch up to the ceiling?
Yeah, think of it kind of like a rock wall, except it's web.
Are they close enough together that a person can move from one to the next pretty easily?
Fairly easily, yes.
Very well. Would you see at least some of them set free to set the others free? Or do we press on?
I would like the party. Give me a perception check.
16.
Where would you?
18.
Oh, there it goes.
16, 18,
7.
7 by Krause, poor guy.
21.
7. Nice.
21.
17.
21?
Nat,
Yes.
with the 21, there is we'll call it for the sake of it, there's a cocoon of webbing about 15 feet above and to the left of where you're at. And you notice wriggling, and you just see webbing moving. Something in it is struggling.
Okay. Well, I pointed out to the party. Do you think? Why don't we try that one? I feel like that one has like probably the most energy. I mean, if we're gonna try to rescue something or someone.
If nothing else, they may provide information. I'll climb up.
Tim, can I roll a religion check
Yes.
to see if
What are you trying to find out?
to see if Torin would understand what kind of souls are in Tartarus?
Sure, but it's a disadvantage because you have literally no background for religion on this particular subject.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Sure.
Always.
That's a 2.
Yeah, no, you don't have a clue. All right, so what do you guys do? You got that one that's kind of wriggling not too far away from Nat.
How high up is it, Tim?
About 15
Sorry.
feet.
All right. Owen, sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna climb up. If you've got an easier way to get it down, go nuts. I was just gonna climb up and Shocking Grass would just cut it down, and then we can cut open the face and see what's up.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to climb up or if you want to stand on my shoulders, give you a height boost, you'll get stuck or whatever. You know, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, if you'll give me the help to
Yeah.
climb up.
Yeah. So I'll put Owen on my shoulders, Tim.
Okay. Owen?
Yeah, acrobatics or athletics?
Well, I'll let you pick for that.
Awesome. So that is going to that doesn't matter. It's a nat 20, and it's going to be acrobatics, which gives me a 25 total.
Nice.
So
Let's go.
That's a waste of a 20, but okay.
with a performer's like precision, Taruk literally step up on your shoulders and is perfectly balanced on top of you. Owen, you see this wriggling cocoon directly in front of you.
I'll cut the webbing above where the head is.
Mhm.
So if I have the geometry in my head right, I'll do that. I'll kind of like go from his shoulders, leap up, cut it with a Shocking Grasp, so I can hold onto it, grab the other the next closest thread, and slide down, so that it doesn't just dead fall and like potentially fall through.
Okay.
And slide down and then cut
With
open
that
the
acrobatics
faces.
roll, I'm not going to make any more out of that. That's
Oh,
you
thank
can
God.
call your shot for that. That's with a nat 20 plus, with a 25, you do exactly what you want to do with that.
Appreciate it.
As you cut off the top, there's nothing there.
Nothing, not even with detect magic up. There's no magic. There's no
no
anything there.
magic.
So
And
whatever
there's
is-
nothing there from where you cut off where you judge there probably should have been an upper torso somewhere.
Okay.
And then you hear struggling. And you just see a head pop up over, and it's goblin. Big pointy ears, big gold sharp teeth. You just see the head pop over and it shriek.
What the?
Oh, okay. I thought you said it. I thought you said, and you hear it shriek, and I'm like,
No.
dead. Okay,
Owen, cut it down now.
Put me a sec. He's already down.
Well, he's climbing up. Like basically, you cut the top off a wicker basket.
And
But
he's
like
climbing
he's so
out of
short,
it.
he's getting out of it. Like, and he's climbing up, and you see this little goblin thing, and he basically looking down at you, Taruk. He's kind of like, just fall, and he drops down. And it is Shriek. Tim, you were muted, buddy.
Oh, get down, slide down, and I got Shriek in my hand, and
Yeah,
I just
He just kind of plops right in your hands.
So I got him, and I put my hands on his shoulders like this, not his neck, on his shoulders, and I go, Shriek, what are you doing here? How did you get down here?
Long story. I came here looking for Isla, and I got caught in a web.
How? Wait, so you died?
No, not necessarily. I kind of sneaked in.
You did what, Shriek?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I found a way into Tartarus, and apparently you don't have to die to get here.
You sneaky. Oh, Shriek.
Fooling Charon was the toughest part because he's scary, but I did it.
Everything in here is scary.
I snuck
And
into
how
Tartarus.
did you get caught, Shriek?
I didn't know about the spiders. No one really warned me about that. And basically, before I knew it, I was on the ground, stung and stunned. And I woke up in that cocoon. I assumed that I was about to be eaten. So.
How long have you been here?
Oh, gosh. A long time. I don't know.
Where is everyone else? Where's Dorp? Where's that bastard Tawny? Where's my donkey?
Where's Champ?
Oh, Champ. Where are they?
That's a lot of questions. Okay. Donkey is back in Brian, I think. We left him with the brothers. Now, what was the other one? Dorb. Dorb didn't go. He wasn't comfortable going to Tartarus. He didn't go.
That's a smart man.
Yeah. I have not seen Champ in a while. We got separated when we snuck into Tartarus.
Wait,
I'm
so
assuming
he's down here?
I'm assuming he's down here somewhere.
Oh, crap.
And the other one?
Yeah, where's Tawny?
Oh, Latani split off from us long time ago. He didn't come with us.
That bastard. Shriek.
He escapes again.
My donkey. Shriek. Okay.
Yeah, back
This
with the
one's
brothers last I heard.
Yeah, let's
The
not,
brothers. Yeah,
let's not talk
let's
about that
just.
right now.
All right,
Why,
Shriek. Listen.
what happened?
I'll tell you.
Long
later.
story, Shriek. Long story.
We'll tell you later. Shriek,
Okay.
you're gonna
Uh-huh.
stay with us, okay? And you're gonna ride on my shoulder. If you try anything funny, I will pop your head like a zit. You got me?
No, I appreciate the help. I came here looking for Isla.
Then that's fine.
Apparently I didn't get far.
All right. Come on, Shriek. And I put Shriek on my shoulder and I make him a pie. Now eat this.
Okay. Easy enough. That's what you get for getting above a 20.
Very nice.
Yep.
Now. All right, guys. So, we found Shriek. That's an extra person here to help us go get Isla. Now, we can keep going, and hopefully we run into Champ somewhere. If not, unfortunately, the little guy might be stuck down here. You know, so we can just keep trudging forward and hope we run into him and go get Isla or we look for Champ. Nat, I follow you, and everybody else will.
Owen, not too far away from the cocoon that you just cut open, there's another one. Sorry. There's another one off to the side that was separated from the web.
It was separated from the web. It's on the laying out on the ground.
Yes.
Okay. Very well. I guess I'll check that one as well. Anything magical in it? Nothing. It's just a silhouette, just like the other ones.
If Corrales is still using detect magic, there is a
I have
magic.
permanent detect magic unless I'm concentrating on another spell because of my drow background.
Well, then you definitely pick up a magical aura from this one. It's off to the side.
What kind is it?
Bigger than the one that Shriek was in.
What kind of magic? What school? Or is it just vaguely magical?
That is a good question. You get the answer to that next Saturday. No. There is powerful enchantment.
Powerful enchantment, huh?
Yeah, that and I guess we could also call glamour magic.
All right, everyone. Whatever is in this is both a liar and very powerful, or subject to something very powerful. Given how the day has progressed every moment since I've met all of you, you absolutely know whoever the hell is in this cocoon. So let's find out, shall we?
I'm willing to bet.
And Owen will walk over, and he will ready in action with one hand to like cover the mouth of anybody trying to cast anything.
Sure.
With a shocking grasp, but he'll use his rapier to carefully cut open the webbing and pry it open to see who or what is inside.
As you cut the webbing open, you see a humanoid form with long dark hair lying unconscious inside of the cocoon with a harp in his hands.
The harp. What sort of style is it? Is it a style that Owen has seen recently, or is it something that looks a little bit more exotic?
History check.
Okay.
Does Torin recognize the person?
I have a sinking suspicion that I know what this is, and that makes me very uncomfortable.
Insight, Torin.
That is also a natural 20.
15.
I'm going to die this session. I don't know how, but so far, so good. I don't know how I'm going to die, but I know until then I'm going to be getting all the cool info.
I'm going to send you a style.
Oh.
This is
Would I be able to infer information from it?
Whoa, that's not it. I nearly sent you something I don't want you guys to see yet.
Whoa.
Dang it.
Just get a picture of just a level 73 boss monster.
Right.
No.
That is what you see in his hands.
Oh, God. Would Owen know enough to be able to make an inference, or would that be a different roll?
What was your history roll?
A nat 20.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's a definitely strong magic pertaining to that harp. It is old.
Okay.
You don't know how long this person has been here. Definitely longer than Shriek.
15.
I nearly said Tariq, which is you and Shriek if you were a couple.
It's a power couple name right there.
Well,
15
Sorry.
on the insight check.
The next bit.
You've never seen this person before.
All right. Can anyone here play an instrument?
I did a long time ago.
I think Hector.
I can.
Can you play a harp or a lute?
I can play a lot of things.
Then this is probably going to hurt you almost as much as it hurts this poor bastard. Here, and I'll take the harp and I'll hand it to Hector. If you'd be so kind, since we're dead, do you know any dirges?
He kind of looks at you, annoyed. And with a 23, he starts playing very beautifully.
I'm going to watch this figure, and I'm just going to watch this figure as soon as something happens. I am paranoid.
Tim, sorry, go ahead.
No, what you got, man?
I was wondering, can I just like examine the body, like just look for any like, sign of struggle, scars?
Medicine.
You know what I mean?
Medicine. Yeah, do a medicine check.
Oh, medicine. Ooh. Oh, that's a nat 20. Let's go.
Way to go.
You got anything to add or subtract to that?
It's wisdom +1, so it would be a 21.
21.
Yeah.
Clearly, nothing as far as struggle is concerned. You do eventually find bite marks on him where obviously he was stunned by one of these spiders. He's alive, just unconscious.
Right.
And as Hector starts playing, this very beautiful elven dirge, you see as the eyes of this unconscious entity kind of flutter open.
Easy now, Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, he's awake. He's awake. He's awake.
I say, Torn has both hands on his mace, is just ready.
Shriek, just keep an eye on him, Shriek.
Shriek, you look up. Shriek has his crossbow pointed at.
Shriek's ready.
Shriek, I missed you.
I don't trust anybody who's down here, not even me. This very handsome-looking entity kind of sits up slowly, kind of woozy and groggy. Oh. Who are you?
Visitors just passing through.
Huh.
Easy, fella.
Wow. He just kind of looks around, taking in his surroundings. Still Tartarus, huh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you down here?
Oh, what brings most of us down here? Punishment, usually.
What's your name?
How rude of me. And he kind of wipes his face down a little, and he kind of slowly starts to stand.
Yeah. Easy.
My name is Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Taruk Budfist, the little psychotic guy with the crossbow on my shoulder ready to put one through your skull. Shriek. That over there?
I'll kill you, pretty boy.
Yeah, what he said. That over there, that smooth talking guy right there with the beautiful voice, that's Owen. And the guy over here, the one I save all the time, that's Torin. Right? Pretty lady over here, that's Nat. That's Corrales over there. He's cool. He does magic. And then the almost as handsome as me guy playing your little thingy, that's Lord, my liege, King Hector.
Oh, wow, pleasure. I must say that you did catch me at a disadvantage.
So, why are you down here again? Like, we want to know exactly why you're down here. No funny stories.
Well, not very much funny about my story. I am down here at the spite and anger of one Lord Hades. Let's just say that I did not follow directions, and I have been trapped down here ever since.
What kind of directions?
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, but I was given leave to find my wife and bring her out as long as neither one of us looked back. And unfortunately, I made the mistake of looking back at Tartarus when we were just at the shores to leave. And I was doomed and cursed to be here for rest of eternity. Be careful making deals with Hades.
I mean, why would you look back if you were on the verge of freedom? You got what you came for down here, right? Your wife?
Yeah, we were so happy to be nearly done. We just a moment to look back at my wife, and that was enough.
So you just stopped and you looked like this. Look, watch me. Like this. You said like this. And Hades was like, "You're going to be stuck here forever." That's it? That's how it went.
I feel like you're not very burdened with knowledge in religious matters.
All right, well, I'm going to stand here and keep acting tough, and I'm going to make Shriek point even harder at you until I figure you out.
Can I insight this guy to get a read on him?
Yeah, roll an insight.
Okay.
I would also like to roll insight.
Is
All right, I'll let you two roll.
22. Wait, hold up. Did I read the wrong one? Nope, 22.
7.
Torin, tough to read. Very soft-spoken. Owen, he seems to be telling the truth. Nothing that he says is a outright deception or like a half-truth. You pretty much get that it's pretty much he's being forthcoming.
Does he seem like a threat in any real capacity?
You may not understand everything about that harp, but he doesn't appear to be hostile.
Okay. I'll pick him up, help him to his feet, like over the shoulder, and go, Taruk.
Yes, Owen.
It seems that this man is not our enemy and doesn't need to be intimidated into acquiescence. If a god could not intimidate him into following simple orders, what hope do we have of doing so?
All right, Owen. You're right. Shriek. At ease, little buddy. Calm down. It's all right. Put it away. You're good.
And then I'll look at Orpheus and go, well, we are also here to rescue a loved one. And well, your tale is a very good reminder of the difference between fine point and bold-faced in the contract. It does bear a strong resemblance to the situation we find ourselves in.
You have my sympathy, for what that's worth. Well, the least I can do is offer some assistance. Believe it or not, before I was punished with these demonic spiders, I know this realm fairly well, having lived here for an extended stay. And he kind of looks off away from the chasm and kind of further north to you guys. And he says, if you head straight, you will find two paths. One to the left is fraught with dangers. Entities that you probably would rather steer clear from. The one to the right, you may find some help. But be warned. If you meet someone down here, similar to myself, everyone wants out. Be careful.
We will hear your words. And we will do our best to not repeat the mistakes of those that have come before us.
Well, I thank you for your assistance. I'm sure another punishment will be doctored up for me, but until then, they have to find me. I must request that my harp be returned. It's pretty much the only thing I have from my former life that's worth anything. And Hector, without question, gives it back to him.
You seem as if you have talent with strings. Can you use a bow?
Are you asking him whether he can play or whether he can use a bow?
Whether he can use a bow. Like whether he can actually use a bow and arrow.
I'm more talented with musical endeavors than I am combat.
Okay.
I'm fairly gifted with charming people.
Well, I dare say you won't be charming spiders or the like. Would this be of any aid to you? And I'll hold out a short bow that I have in my inventory.
I wouldn't be of any aid to me, but kind gesture, and I appreciate it.
Very well.
He just kind of looks off at you guys, and you have my eternal thanks. Very few down here who have much remorse for the permanent residents down here.
I'll give him 2 coins out of my pouch in case you find your way back to the river. And then I'll head off towards the way he directed us.
Okay. All right, guys. As you guys make your way further north, it does not take long. Following his directions, it saves you from perceptions and survival checks as far as finding your way. You do come off to a fork where it does branch off into 2 paths, one to the left and one to the right.
Dexter?
Your choice, Natty. We go where you go.
Okay. You said by going to the left, we're gonna encounter probably things that we don't want to see. But knowing that, there's a possibility that we can find the Rakshasa down there. We can find Isla. We go to the right, it might be just a detour around. We may not be able to find anybody that could help us. Owen, do you have any coins on you?
Of course. I'll hand her one.
All right. Can't believe I'm doing this, but when we can't decide. Heads, we're gonna go left. Tails, we're gonna go right. Taruk, you call it in the air.
Let's do it, baby.
All right.
I subtle cast something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nothing, just continue.
Okay. I actually need a legit coin. Hurry. Heads, tails.
Heads.
What's heads?
Tails.
What's tails?
To the right.
Tails is right. So looks like we're going right.
Oh man,
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you guys why that's funny later. You guys head to the right, and I'd say after a good 20, you've got some time here where it's going to be just walking. There is nothing that you come across. It's just walking. You guys have moments here to rest if you wish. This is just walking in a huge cavern, and there's nothing here you're following. By chance, you're following Orpheus's directions down this path on the right, and there has not been anything as far as to even perceive or anything. It's just an empty cavern. So, is anybody, you've got moments here to rest if you wish. You have moments here to RP anything as you guys are walking.
Does anyone need a rest break?
I mean, I'm hurt. I could use either some healing or a short rest.
Hector says, yeah, I wouldn't object either.
Yeah, we'll chill out for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys find like a little, kind of a small crevasse off to the side where you can kind of go off to the side, and you thoroughly inspect it. I'm not setting up a trap for you guys. You know, it's not a demonic scorpion hole. It's just
No
nice. It's
what
nice
he would say to us.
Purple worm's mouth. Nom.
So, no, this is no cave. No. You guys find a little cut off to the side where you can rest. So anybody, this is going to count as a short rest. So hit dice for people who are trying to get a little something back.
Does anybody want pie?
Yes.
Anybody hungry?
Yes.
All right. Tim, I
Yes.
make 2 pies.
All right.
Everybody to dig in.
Easy enough.
All right. I'm back up to full. It took all of my hit dice, but I'm back up to full. And
Nice.
before we leave our camp, I do want to talk to Nat for a moment.
No, I said you guys while you're doing a little rest here, you have moments to talk and to RP or do whatever.
I just wanted anybody else
whatever
that
you
had
wish.
something to say to be able to go first.
Anybody want to lead off? If not, go ahead, Owen.
Go for it, Owen.
Go for it.
Natil,
What's
can I
up?
ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you not have faith in your gods or your friends or yourself?
That's an interesting question.
You leave what is explicitly a journey beyond the veil of death to find your sister, and you would rely on luck rather than information hard fought and won, and the recommendations, the assistance, and the alliance of parties, both mortal and immortal, to do so. I understand if you simply wish to throw your future into the hands of the fates and let the dice decide. That I understand, and I can truly say that it makes sense at a certain level. But you don't strike me as someone who is careless or is so hedonistic as to live and make your decisions based entirely on random chance. Are you afraid?
I guess I am. Especially, well, not even especially, but, I guess trust is a very hard thing for me to come by, and especially knowing that I got my friends involved. I don't trust myself making decisions. I I trust very little about information that people give me, because think about it, no one with a clear conscience is going to be down here. I mean, everyone's down here for a reason or another, be it, error or not.
Would you die for someone you do not trust or believe in?
I guess that's why I'm here, I mean, I died to try to save Isla, and if I die trying to save her, then, that's it.
But that's not what I asked. Would you die for someone you do not trust or that you do not believe in? Because Karalos, Taruk, Torin, Hector have died because they believe in you and they trust in you and they believe in your judgment and your goals. And it is a truly subtle and sadistic cruelty to treat people who believe in you and who have respect for you as if they do not deserve the honesty of you reciprocating that. Look at it like this. If you would do this for Torin or for Isla, then understand that they're honest when they would say they would do it for you. And that cuts both ways. You should have more confidence in yourself and your abilities. Otherwise, you would not have made it this far. You should have faith in your companions. For without skill and grace, they would not have made it this far. And yet here all of you are, on an impossible journey, sojourning through a place where none come back save through the intercession of the gods, as far as I know. And at this point, it seems less a stressful high point of your life and more simply a milestone in the road of your journey. And that is a perspective that very few mortals will ever truly be able to appreciate. So believe in yourself more. Make your decisions and stand by them. Because if anyone here has any authority to make a decision as to what we do next, it's the person who negotiated with a goddess of death, whose sister or whose most important person is here, and who is leading a trek through the underworld. And if that's not worth respect and the ability to make those decisions, I dare say I don't know what is.
Wow. You have given me a lot to consider and a lot to think about. Not saying that you're wrong, because you're not. And I guess even trying to say I'm gonna figure it out, it's too late to do that now. Here we are. So, gonna try to be the leader that they deserve. Because, I guess if they didn't care, they wouldn't be here, so. If anything happens to one of these, if anything happens to either one of them, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to think about it, though. Let's just focus on getting to our end game. So, once everyone's ready, I'm ready to go.
Owen will just toss a coin and wait for her word for us to move out.
Karalos.
Sit down.
Karalos, as you're sitting there resting, you hear a very familiar voice in the back of your head.
Which one?
All the voices, they don't stop.
At this point, man.
My head.
A very soft and comforting voice. Darling,
Oh.
Oh, that
Haven't I?
voice.
I haven't heard from you in a while, darling. Still alive?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh?
We're in Tartarus.
Are you undead? You have to tell me if you're undead.
Oh,
It means I
Kind
own
of.
your soul if you do.
I mean, I'm kind of dead right now, but with promises to be made back alive.
There's silence. Care to elaborate, darling?
Yes.
We're looking for Nat's sister. Nat made a deal with Persephone. And now we're here.
Humor me, darling. Where's here?
Tartarus.
The underground.
Huh. Good to know. Okay, talk later.
This, oh my god, this is such a great visual. Oh, I love it.
Fan art.
What's total whiplash? I don't know that spell at all.
I love the madam.
That's
That's
a
it.
new one. It's called Stun Silence. It's a
That's
fourth
it.
level.
Mhm.
I cast passively judging you. What?
Yep.
That was
You
that
better
was
believe
a
it,
free
bro.
action.
You better believe it. Passive judgment.
Believe that counts as a
You can
cantrip.
cast it at 9th level sometimes.
Wait a minute, this should be Planet Fitness, Judgment Free Zone.
Not in this party.
That's the material plane.
Yeah,
You're
that's
not there anymore.
You're not.
That's true.
Man makes a
That
point.
is very true.
Um.
Now I have that to look forward to.
Oh.
As you're resting, Taruk, Shriek kind of fills you in on the details of basically they split up and we're all trying to find ways to find Isla. And Shriek appears to be the one who had the most luck in kind of figuring out she's in Tartarus. And he found out a lot of the same information that you guys found out, obviously by different means. But he snuck his way in. Basically tells you a story of sneaking onto Charon's boat.
Well, Shriek. No, Charon's boat.
Yeah.
How?
Have you ever heard the old maid's tale of was it a person or was it 3 kobolds in a trench coat?
No. Tell me.
Well, kobolds have this really interesting ability to blend in and pose as things that they're not. And the trick was that I found someone to be the top half who was dead, and I was not. Basically, he tells you of like the kids in a trench coat method, except the person on his shoulders was dead and he wasn't.
All right, Shriek. I like your style. So,
Roll insight.
all right. Let's say a 14.
Sounds about right. You think that's plausible? You think that, you think that the two kobolds and a trench coat theory, that could fool one of the most powerful entities of death.
Yeah, Shriek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Shriek. So, that's how it happened, huh? You just...
Exactly like that.
And... nobody noticed you.
Nobody noticed.
So you were just
Charon's
chilling.
pretty powerful, but he's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean, if, you got here on Charon's boat, so he must be that dumb to realize that you did it, Shriek. I gotta say, man, it's pretty impressive, Shriek. And
I think I'm the first goblin to do it. Just saying. I think
I mean, that's an accomplishment, man. Like you earn that, Shriek. You keep that forever and make sure you spread your tale.
I gotta get out of here alive. But I mean, even if I die down here, at least I've got that. Like, no goblin has ever fooled Charon before.
See,
so like,
that's how you gotta look at things, Shriek. You gotta see positivity, man.
Right,
Even if you die, we leave you here to the spiders and the other ghoulish things down here, or I squish you myself. You've got that going for you. But you know what, Shriek? I promise you, you're gonna get out of here alive. Because Taruk is gonna get out of here alive. Because Torin is gonna get out of here alive. And Corallos and Natty and Hector and Owen. We're all gonna get out of here alive. And we're gonna save Isla. And we're gonna kill that damn kitty cat. And I'm gonna keep one of its claws.
I want its fangs.
That too. No Shriek. So, I mean, you were on the boat.
right.
And you just were on the boat and it came here? Or what else? Tell me more, Shriek.
Basically,
And he takes like this whole time that you're resting, this whole time he just kind of regales you of this tale of hiding amongst dead bodies at first, but then doing the kids in a trench coat method to kind of mask him and to sneak onto the boat and moving the dead arms for the body on top of him to give Charon the coins and all of that. And it's an amazing tale.
Shriek, that's a great story. I got a story too.
Oh dear gods.
I got a story, but listen, it's a story for another time. Just know it was a great famine, Sam.
Hector kind of cuts in and he goes, "Oh wait, but we're all getting ready to go. I guess we'll have to tell it later."
Taruk just points at Hector. All right.
All right.
Well, guys, we're all rested. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, and I think that's a good place to kind of take a timeout here real quick, if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah,
It's fine.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Dice Hard with a Vengeance.
Right.
you don't realize how little of that time period there is, and how well, not that there's little. There's thousands of artifacts and things, but they don't.
And we are back.
Okay. We are still in this cave somewhere on this demi-plane in Tartarus. Torin.
Yes.
You hear a female voice almost like over your shoulder. You need to start making a move.
Torin with one hand on a mace, it's going to slowly turn around to see what the hell that noise was behind him.
You see floating in midair a blonde, beautiful woman in her late teens, early 20s. I have a lot of time and effort invested in your group. You don't have time to be timid. You literally see as she's hands propped up on the chin with her legs crossed behind her, almost like a teenager on a bed, right, but floating in air.
Up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question, madam. Am I the only one that can hear and see you right now?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. I'm just making sure I'm not losing my mind in the pits of the underworld. That would be bad.
Corrales, roll a perception check.
Or
Thanks, George.
Yeah, you don't notice anything. You're still thinking about your telepathic conversation with Mina.
Okay.
So, Torin, you have this floating goddess over your shoulder.
Right. What do you mean timid, madam?
Please stop calling me madam. First of all.
Sorry.
Second of all, women just be a little more assertive.
Oh. You're talking about that.
You're too timid. Listen, I am emotionally invested in your group. But this thing with you and her, I'm disappointed, Torin.
Excuse you?
I'm disappointed. As far as entertainment goes, you are just not delivering.
Do I hear Torin saying
Roll a perception check. At disadvantage because you're talking with Shriek.
Okay. And then
What?
Listening to his story about how he got to the underworld.
oh, that's a 10.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
I am a little overwhelmed right now. What do you mean disappointed? I'm, with all due respect,
I need a payoff, Torin.
with all due respect, my relationship with Natil is not a show for your entertainment.
Oh, sweetheart. You're mortal. Everything you do is for my entertainment.
Can Torin roll a religion check to realize exactly who the fuck he's talking to?
I would have... yeah, no, you know what? That's an intelligence roll. Sorry, I'm making that straight intelligence.
Okay. Straight intelligence, okay.
Yeah.
10. See,
You saw her before. You know that's Aphrodite because you just saw her like maybe a half hour ago.
so he gets who Aphrodite is the goddess of.
With it. Oh, no, that's a religion roll.
That's why I asked.
All right. I thought you were just thinking about trying to. Do I even know this person?
No,
Like,
no.
oh, okay,
does
okay.
Torin know that Aphrodite is the goddess of love?
Yeah, go ahead. Religion, sure.
Okay, let's try that again. 3. Oh, that's worse.
No, you
So
have no.
Torin has no idea. This. Oh,
no
God.
idea. None.
Well, forward on to Dawn.
You see, as this, like I said, late teens, early 20s girl,
Right.
kind of shifts, and the image shifts into older, a little more mature.
Mm-hmm.
You see maybe mid to late 30s, but the same woman is before you. You see, not all women, but most do appreciate a little bit of initiative on your part. You have been wrapped up in your own little problems.
With all due respect, there's kind of a lot of them. I care very, very deeply for Natil,
I know.
but our personal...
Hector doesn't notice a damn thing either. Nobody sees you talking to yourself to nothing.
Wonderful.
It's
I love
amazing.
all of you equally.
I kind of want to roll just to know and then do nothing at all, but just have that knowledge. Just have it.
Nope. All right, Tor, keep going. Commit.
We have... I care very deeply for her.
I know.
But-
You need to tell her that.
But there are a lot of things going on right now. There hasn't exactly been a good time for me to tell her how much I care.
Torin, you're in Tartarus. And if something goes wrong, like what happened back there at the web,
We don't need to bring that up.
you might not get a perfect moment to tell her. Literally, Asphodel and the Elysian Fields are not a far walk from here. And if you end up going to either one, you won't get a chance to tell her anything. All I'm saying is consider that.
I appreciate your guidance.
And you see as this more mature woman changes once again, much younger this time, almost 13, 14. And for crying out loud, do something. Gosh, you're so boring. And she just kind of kicks the dirt as she just disappears.
bit too long.
Well, you are in Tartarus.
Thank you. Well, that's going to be a lot to unpack.
Hector kind of just looking over. You good?
Yeah. I'm still reeling from almost falling to. Who knows what was at the bottom of that pit? I kind of.
Well, let's put it this way. I could sense the environment, let's say, for about 300 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
And all I got for 300 feet down was air.
Fun. 300-foot drum. That sounds awful. Let's not focus on that. Anyway, are we ready to press forward?
I guess.
If you guys are ready, let's go.
All right. Little motley crew of unfortunates as you press on. Let's we'll say about 15-20 minutes of more walking. And who's leading the way?
I will go with whoever's at front. I will just stand. I'll be right next to whoever's in the front.
So Owen and
Okay.
Nat.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say Owen and Nat's in the front. What you got, Tarut?
I was gonna say, if Owen Nat there, we can put Hector and Corrales in the middle. Since Hector knows, like, he did that thing, so he knows, and then Torrin and me side by side pulling up the back.
Okay. As you guys are walking, he does explain a little bit of that. He goes, yeah, I can only do that once. It was only for a minute, but basically it kind of tells me what environmentally is like around us, like rocks, caves, like any really bad things and monsters or celestials. It's kind of like being in tune with nature around you. And, nature's nature, even if you're in a cavern like this. So.
Interesting.
You surprise me more and more, Hector. More and more.
Do what I can.
I'm glad you, started to figure out who you are.
Well, not to put too fine a point on it, but ever since the shrine, I pretty much know now.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I think I was better off not knowing.
That bad, huh?
Anyway. Hey, look, literally anything else. Let's pay attention to it. There's nothing there. It's just an empty. It's an empty cavern.
I dare say we might die of boredom here, but I'd rather die of boredom than from whatever those colossal spider monstrosities were.
All right. Nat and Owen, perception checks.
Hi, Taicho.
Here we go.
Let's clear out my hit dice.
Okay. 15.
15.
21.
21.
Nice.
I'm convinced I'm going to die by the end of this.
As you guys make your way, the cavern opens up, and it's not like coming out of like a tunnel. It honestly just opens up into more open space, like where the chasm was. But there's no chasm. There's ground, dirt, and gravel underneath you. It's just the cave itself opens up deep, and you see a steep incline of almost a mountainous type rise in this demiplane that you're on. And Nat, you don't notice it at first. Only Owen sees it. Owen, your eyes cast up almost to the top of this rise, and you see a humanoid and a boulder.
Friends, it appears we've found someone. Which
Nat,
is
your eyes train up to where he's talking and what he's motioning to, and you see it now. And you see this extremely muscular humanoid, head buried down and arms pressed up against this boulder and just pushing it very slowly up this incline. And even as far up as he is, you can hear the straining and grunts and groaning of this entity as he's straining to push this boulder up. And you just hear, you see as he switches around real quick and puts his back up against it, trying to switch positions. And he's barely holding this huge boulder up. And you see as he's digging in with his heels, trying to push up, and he's starting to lose his footing, and there he goes. As his strength gives way, the boulder rolls down on his right side. He goes face down into the dirt, and the boulder starts rolling down directly to where you guys are. Owen and Nat, roll me a dex save.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Alrighty. Dex, don't fail me now.
Ooh, that's not great. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Proficiency. So
21.
Got 21 for Nat. What'd you get, Owen?
18.
You're good. Both of you basically see this huge rock boulder barreling down this rise down towards both of you, and basically, Nat, you get enough time to scream "scatter!" and you both dive off to the side as this boulder rolls past both of you and slams into a rock wall about 30-40 feet behind where you guys were walking. And you see this poor guy, this poor entity is now kind of rolling downhill, losing his footing, and just you see as he now face first slides down the rocks down to the bottom.
Ooh.
Oh.
Not moving for several moments.
That looked really painful.
I'll hold out my water skin to him. Let's care for some water. Perhaps some wine. Seems like you've had a rough day.
You just hear a sigh and a groan. The face is still down into the dirt. You just see some of the dirt kind of comes off with the exhale of breath. He's like, I've been having a rough eternity. And you just see is this extremely, we're talking like almost Mr. Olympic type body structure, as this entity slowly does a push-up to raise up, and he kind of comes up on his sit bones and sitting now looking up at all of you. Sorry about that. I lost
Taruk.
my handling.
Oh, sorry, Tim. Go.
He just says, I lost my handling. We got
Taruk just looks down at him and he extends his hand.
You see Taruk, not nearly as tall as you, but you ever seen Ray Park?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of build. Like, he might be 5'10", but built like a brick shit house. Like, yeah. He's
Man looking like
he's
Bruce Lee when he takes a shove, just a muscle.
Yeah, you know, he's about average height and average size for a man, but built. Like, yeah, this. And,
he's just chiseled.
Yeah. And he takes your hand and kind of lifts up and kind of looks up at you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Where's my lovely lady? Oh. And he goes and he starts walking towards the boulder and kind of pushes it out from the wall and starts slowly pushing it he's coming back towards earshot of you guys, but now he's back to pushing the boulder, and he's starting to hit the early incline of the rise. And you hear as he calls back while he's doing it. So what are you down here for?
Well, we're down here looking for a friend of ours. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm pushing this boulder.
Why?
It's what happens when you cheat death, apparently. They get mad at you and punish you to do labors for all eternity. My labor is pushing this boulder uphill. Right now, you see the early part of it, he's doing it with relative ease, where he's just kind of palm striking it up with no problem.
Wait.
So who's your friend? I might know them. Nat, what'd you say?
I was gonna ask, am I able to recall seeing this from like my vision from like the hag?
Yes, this is exactly the vision that you had.
Okay.
The spiders line up too.
Okay.
These are lining up with a couple of the visions that you had from Medea.
Okay. That's so.
He's still yelling back at you guys while he's pushing the boulder up. So who's your friend? I might know him.
Torn will yell, we're looking for a human woman, ranger type, kidnapped by a tiger demon.
The boulder stops. Huh. Goes back to pushing.
Seen an ugly tiger demon? Backwards paws?
I've seen several demons down here. It's kind of part of being in the underworld. And you see he's finally starting to get challenged with it a little bit. The incline's starting to increase, and now he's starting to really concentrate on the boulder.
Probably have anything that would be useful.
What happens if you get that boulder to the top?
Well, then my labors are over. Problem is I can't get it up there.
No, I'm gonna put Shriek down, and I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna put my hands on the boulder.
Taruk.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you a few moments to catch up to him. And when you put your hands on the boulder, he kind of looks at you. And he stops pushing for a moment. He goes, "What are you doing?"
I'm just lending in hand.
Huh. Nobody's ever offered that before.
Almost immediately, Torin is going to be right next to him. I don't think you've seen anyone down here to offer you a hand.
He kind of looks over at you. No. See, usually everyone's too busy with their own punishments to help out anyone. Yeah.
Well, as annoying as he is, the large gentleman to your left is one of the strongest people I've ever met. And I'm no slouch myself.
He's kind of looking at both of you. So you two are offering to help?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Torrent steal my glory, but yeah.
You see as he looks up and immediately screams, "You heard them!" And he lets go. Thank you. An eternity of suffering alleviated by you, gentlemen. I hope somebody comes around and helps you two.
I would
and he
love
starts
to make
walking.
an attack at him. I want to engage him immediately. This disrupts the plan. So he is. I'm going to. I don't have any more third. No, I do have one. I have one third level spell slot left. So I am going to. I'm going to yell at Natil. You know what? I'm not. I'm just going to say this is why you don't let them make decisions on their own. And I am going to bonus action. I am going to use my last third for a Shadowrun step, make my movement 50 feet. About how far away is he?
See, this was just a thing. Now, I'm gonna say roughly about 60 feet away.
All right. Then I will. All right. All right. Unfortunately, there's not much else I can do, so I'm going to. Yeah, I'll use a short step. I'll use bonus action dash, and I will dash to cut him off.
Okay.
As fast as I can. So it's 100 foot movement speed. I'll tell them, drop it, and let him suffer. And I'll cut him off at the pass with my rapier in hand and electricity sparking.
Mm-hmm.
And say, whatever it is you did to cheat death, you will not saddle these people with your sins.
He's got his heads up. He goes, too late. They've already taken it from me.
Well then.
And you see, if they don't, then the Furies come.
The what?
Oh. Guess we have until they show up. Is he going to make any motions or anything else?
Not yet.
All right. Then after 6 seconds, then I'm going to engage him.
Can I cast Mold Earth and try to pack earth in front of this ball to keep it up there?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is gone a way I didn't expect it to. This is amazing.
Krellis, I like
right,
your
so
plan because I was just gonna see if he was still in the path and let go.
That's what I was hoping for, but if he was out of the way and it's
yeah, he
works.
literally let go and start and like he's immediately trying to just bounce
Out of dodge.
Okay, Corrales, you cast Mold Earth.
Yes.
I'm gonna say for this, give me an Arcana check.
Do that.
If it's been 6 seconds, I'd like to give him the help action.
I got a 14.
Okay, you're helping him how?
I am within 30 feet. I would assume I'm within enough range for me to use my bonus action as a Mastermind Rogue to give him the help action at range. And with it being Arcana and me literally living with Detect Magic on at all times, I'm very familiar with how magic works. And
Sure.
seeing the intricacies of how Mold Earth would be utilizing, I believe it's transmutation to pull the earth up and around it. I would basically try to shout out, no, tug them this way. They warp differently here.
Okay. You do that.
Fuck.
Corrales, your spellcasting modifier.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Yes.
What is your spellcasting modifier?
+8.
Oh goddamn.
Okay.
Wow.
You cast Mold Earth. Torn and Taruk, this wall of earth forms in front of you guys and holds the boulder there at bay. You have 8 minutes, and that boulder will crack through. You have 8 minutes to somehow put this torment back on him. What do you do?
Tord, let's go break his legs.
I had a better idea, Taruk. I think you and I would be was strong enough to make him take this back.
It's true. It's true.
Maybe grab him, put his hands on here. What do you think, Smart Owen?
Do I have to make an insider intelligence check, or can I use all the words in context to give the response?
What are you trying to? What are you thinking?
He looked up and said they said it. They agreed to it. So apparently, this is a consent-based thing. He can transfer. A labor can be transferred given the consent of the per transferee.
Correct.
And if this is the rules, if these are the rules, then we merely have to say, has he been talking for a minute?
Him? Sisyphus?
Yeah.
No.
Make him talk for a minute, and I will cheat the fucking system. If you can make him talk for a minute, if we can keep his voice going for a minute, and we can put his hands on the boulder, I can cheat the system. If he cheated Death, I don't think Death would mind if I cheated him.
Good point. Maybe ask him about how he came to be this strong. Like, Taruk, ask him about a fitness routine. That would be enough to get him talking.
He clearly beat Death, and he clearly beat us, so...
Ask him to tell the story, and then Taruk, Taruk, ask him about like how he cheated Death, and ask for details, because you know how to keep a person talking.
All right. Hey, strong man, what's your name?
My name is Sisyphus.
Sisyphus. Sissy. Sisyphus. So, tell me, how did you come to do this eternal labor? How did you cheat Death or so?
All right. I'll humor you. Basically, I tricked Thanatos and chained him. Thanatos was coming for me, and I tricked him, and he chained himself, so I got away. Long as Thanatos was chained, nobody on Earth died for a while. That angered Hades. Also angered Ares, because that annoyed him that his battles and his wars no longer had consequences, because Thanatos couldn't come get anyone and no one died. Basically, Ares frees Thanatos and turned me over to him. Then I asked my wife to help me cheat Death again. Basically,
That's what all these guys and their wives,
told my wife to throw my body in the middle of a public square. Pretty much as like a test. And I complained to Persephone that this was a sign of my wife's disrespect, and I persuaded her to allow me to return to the upper world. And once I was back, it was basically burying rights. It was all a ruse. It was a trick. I tricked Persephone into believing that my wife didn't give me a proper burial, so she allowed me to go back, and then I just never returned again. Eventually, they caught up with me and brought me here, and my punishment was to push that lovely thing up a hill for all eternity. The only way out of it is if someone willingly took the burden over for me, which I am eternally grateful. I have not had a break in thousands of years.
Has it been roughly 60 seconds? Because from my timing, it has.
Easily with that story, just little
Okay.
Greek mythology lore. Yeah.
Then I'm going to shout out to Torin and Taruk. Get his hands on the boulder.
With pleasure.
No problem. Shriek. Bite his ankle real quick.
Roll initiative, guys. We're fighting Sisyphus.
All right.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my
Let's go.
gosh.
All right. So should I explain my plan right now so that you can veto anything
Yes.
you need to? Okay.
Yes.
So my initiative is a 3. So 6. There it is. There it is.
Hold on. I'm getting everybody's at the same time.
Sorry. If we can get his hands on the boulder, I can perfectly mimic his voice.
Ooh.
I can turn myself invisible. I can use minor illusion to use his voice to say I take the burden back. It was a nice break. Also, Thanatos, Persephone, Ares, and Hades are a bunch of bitches, and I tricked him once and I'll trick him again.
Oh,
Done deal.
dear.
All right.
I like
say
this
less,
plan.
Mamo.
I was happy to give him water or wine to be chill with him, like, help him through. But
I thought the 3 of us together could help push this boulder.
I knew I had a bad feeling about it. That's why I was like, Taruk.
I mean, I just wanted to
Okay.
see if I could get it up the hill.
Okay. 20 and up. Okay.
Ooh.
15 to 19.
I got a 19.
All right. So Taruk is going after Sisyphus.
I love that +7 to initiative.
14 to 10.
13.
Sorry.
That's 2 13s.
Mm-hmm.
14 for me. Sorry.
Oh, 14 for Corrales. And that 10 to 5.
I got a 6.
3.
Owen
6. Yep.
and Owen Torin. Owen Torin, and I haven't rolled for Hector. That is. Somebody help me. That is.
What is?
It's after.
I don't know Hector's dex nor what number you rolled.
I got it. He's after Taruk and before Corrales. He just rolled well. His dex isn't that good. Sisyphus is first. I'm gonna say that given everything. All right. We're going to go multi-attack. And basically you see is Sisyphus basically grabs the equivalent of like a club off to the side. All it is just a huge piece of like wood. It's just like it's a tree trunk, basically a small tree trunk, and he's swinging it like a baseball bat. Let's decide who he's gonna swing at, because he's just trying to get away. He doesn't care who. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of y'all. Oh, all right.
Tim, did you roll for Shriek?
Shriek's going with you,
Okay.
just because he's on your shoulder. You have 2 NPCs with the party now, so I'm just trying to make it easy.
No, that's fine.
Both of those hit Hector. So, hey DM, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. 2 1s. 2 flex. That's 8 plus. That's better. All right, 23 points of bludgeoning damage to Hector as he grabs this like dry rotted tree trunk and just slams it up against Hector twice. Gotta put that down for Hector. 20. Oh, turn it.
Question: did he move away from me to do so?
Give me a second. I'm doing math.
Sorry.
One moment. Three points of damage. Okay, he does that. He's still in the middle of his turn. What's your question?
Did he move away from where I was in order to engage Hector, or is he just still in the same spot?
We're doing a cinematic deal, so cool. I don't, not really, no. He didn't move all that
just
much.
Just
sure. You guys are kind of all near each other. I just rolled randomly to who he attacks because he's just trying to attack and get away. Like, as long as, if he gets away, you guys are stuck with it, so. Boulder toss. So, attack number 3 is going to go at Taruk. Make a dex save, Taruk.
That is a 16.
16 fails.
Dang.
Yeesh.
$16 points of bludgeoning damage. Hold up. 16. I got to do math again. That's a crazy add-on. That's actually 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Well, hold on. Where are you? It's my 12. Okay. I'm gonna hit Stone's Endurance. Okay. So plus that's minus 14 out of 14 total. So minus
20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
When you take that away. 20 points of bludgeoning damage and you're knocked prone. As Sisyphus grabs a much smaller boulder, but with ease, and chucks it at you. And you get taken down by this boulder. 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked prone. That's the end of Sisyphus' turn. Taruk, you're up, and Hector's on deck.
All right. I'm gonna whisper to Shriek. I'm gonna whisper to Shriek since it's on my shoulder. I'm like, Shriek, try to get behind him and take out his ankle.
You see as he's laying flat on the ground.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna get up.
That's half your movement.
Yeah. And then I am going to bash him in the face.
I'm gonna say with this. All right, I'll give it to you. Yeah, because it's half your movement to get up. I'll say the rest of the half. Yeah, to get in his face. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah. My speed is 40, so if it's half, that's good then. That's one.
Yeah. It's we're doing theater of the mind with this, so yeah.
All right, I'm with it. All right, so first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm raging too. I start raging.
All right, bonus action rage. Got it.
All right, let's go. Ooh, that's a 19 plus 8. Yeah.
Well, that definitely hits.
Well, that hits. All right, and then
man's wearing a loincloth.
And then that is this guy right here. All right, so that is 12 points of damage on the first one.
Got it.
All right, and then my next attack. All right. Oh, that's the fucking floor. Where'd the dice go? All right, give me this one. All right. That is a 21.
Definitely hits. Roll damage.
All right. That is Oh. And that is a 13 points of damage on the second one.
13 points of damage on the second one. Got it.
Yep. That's it for me.
All right. Hector's up. Corrales, you're on deck. Hector's kind of looking at you guys. Looks at your brand new opponent. And I'm looking at... It's cool because I actually haven't been able to use any of this, but Hector's a person now, so I can use his spells and stuff.
Woohoo!
It's not much, but it's worth a shot. He could roll low. You see as Hector pulls his sword out and I guess we're doing this the hard way, and he starts swinging. That misses. The first one, whoosh. It's a 2 on the die. Second one, that was a ride. That's a... I don't know if that hits. I think he might miss. Oh, +9. That's just hits with a 16. Okay. Second one hits, and because it hits, Hector is going to put in a bonus action.
Ooh.
Okay.
Of ensnaring strike.
DM battle.
So Sisyphus has to succeed on a strength save, which that's his specialty, but he could roll low. Like that. Oh no, that's a... Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh, I like where this is going.
I cannot believe this. Okay, yeah, sure, right. You see, as with the second sword strike hits true on Sisyphus, you see as out of the ground these thorny whip-like vines appear and wrap around Sisyphus, and this entity's strength is epic legendary, but sometimes, just sometimes, you're caught off guard. And he is restrained. And takes... Gotta do damage now for that last strike. 2 plus... 8. 8 plus... 12 points of damage total. Not much on the damage, but... You see is this... muscular entity is now ensnared by thorny vines that are basically holding him like, like Superman on that old comic book cover. And he is restrained.
Wow.
Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have to keep fighting him, guys, but...
Well, we're still in combat. It is Corrales' turn. Nat, you're on deck.
Okay.
So where is he restrained in relation to the boulder?
He's about 30, 40 feet away from the boulder.
Now, and my question is, are we talking straight down or...
We'll say he's... if you're looking at the rise and you see the boulders being held up by your wall,
Yes.
Basically, kind of like a pinball that's stuck. He is down and to the left, about 30 feet away from your wall. And he is now restrained by these vines that are wrapped around him.
Is there
One of the strongest entities in Greek mythology rolled a 4 on a strength check.
Love it.
Fine. It's fine.
Is there anyone in between him and the boulder?
No.
Fantastic. I will bonus action Hex. Whatever his name is.
Sisyphus.
Yes. And then I'm going to mold Earth and angle towards him. I'm making like a ramp to try to steer the boulder.
Love it.
Oh man, this is great content.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
So
I touched
literally,
that boulder.
I'm gonna keep the pinball analogy. The ball's resting where you've got the flipper. You've pressed the button and the flipper's holding the ball, and now Corrales just lets the flipper down.
Yo.
And the boulder rolls down directly towards. I don't even need to make a roll for that because the physics of that basically line up. It's gonna roll down directly towards him.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
And the Hex is on strength, and that will
Yeah.
end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nat, you're up. Oh, and you're on
Hey.
deck.
Yeah, just.
Oh God.
What you see is, in the moments it hasn't happened yet, the boulder is starting to roll down towards him, and it's literally this dirt wall has now moved at an angle, and the boulder's rolling down it directly towards Sisyphus.
Okay, well, I'm going to move out of the way of the big rolling ball
Mm-hmm.
because I kind of don't want to get crushed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just gonna hold a perch and keep an arrow aimed at him.
Okay, you're gonna hold an attack.
Just in case he tries to. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my attack.
Okay, got it. Nat's holding an attack. Owen, you're up. Torin, you're on deck.
Okay, I am going to. I can't split an action. I can't split an action and a bonus action. So I'm going to hold my turn for Torin, and then I will take my turn in synchronicity with Torin because I want to give him a bonus action help for his athletics checks to try to make him touch it. And then I'll use my action to use minor illusion.
You can't hold a bonus action. You can hold an action.
Which is why I'm going to delay my turn until his turn. And then that's what I want to do with my turn. Because I'm not holding a bonus action or holding an action. I'm delaying my turn until he goes. Or if nothing else, I'll wait until after he goes and just hope that he gets it on his own. If you'll let me just delay until after Torin. Because then I can just hold an action. If I can't do synchronicity, I will just hold an action to use minor illusion to say what I said I was going to say after Torin gets his hands on the boulder. If that makes it simpler.
Can't really delay your turn in 5e.
Okay, then I'll hold an action.
You can hold an action.
Then I'll hold an action to do that. I just have to trust that Torin gets his hands on this boulder. And if nothing else, then that just means I waste that, and then I'll do it at the end of the next round.
Okay. All right. So he's holding his action. Nat's holding an attack. Torin.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how the mechanics of this is going to work.
With Sisyphus is next, so he's about to have a bad day. I was just kind of holding all of it. This is all kind of happening simultaneously, so.
I mean, could just let the boulder hit him, to be honest.
Kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm also going to step out of the way of the boulder so I don't get hit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold an attack.
Okay.
until I guess after the boulder connects with him, and after after his turn. So if he moves anywhere away from the boulder, I'll take my attack.
Okay.
If that works.
Okay.
Can you hold actions between rounds? Or it has to be done, or it has to resolve by the end of the round.
Yeah, we're at the tail end of the round. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I was like, that's nothing. I've never had to deal with it.
No, you can't hold your action for yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of the deal with being at the bottom of the turn, Torin.
Yep.
All right then.
Sucks for me too. Oh well.
Okay. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna explain what I'm gonna try to do, and tell me if this will work.
Sure. What do you got?
I am going to try to use a battle maneuver and use a push attack and push him in the direction of the boulder that's coming at him.
He's restrained. He can't move.
Then I'm just gonna get the hell out of the way.
Okay.
If he can't move and I can't move him, then I'm just getting out of the way.
Okay. You do that. There's no saving. I mean,
good luck, buddy.
He would have to, in a moment of seconds, do a strength save at disadvantage to try to break the vines, and then a dex save at disadvantage because of all that. No, he's entrapped in vines, and a boulder is rolling at him at a very high velocity. He's flattened. How am I going to do this now? Because I think George has once again circumvented combat.
That's a 2 for 2
tonight,
that's
big beautiful.
Boy.
I haven't cast a single spell yet is the best part.
Oh, cantrips. You beautiful man, you.
Yeah.
Beautiful tiefling.
Mina would be very proud of you, darling.
All right, I'm gonna roll for this just because I'm gonna call this. 10. Takes 30 points. Well, plus. $46 points of bludgeoning damage from this boulder, which pretty much halves his health. It's a bit. All right, and I gotta figure this out. If he's being held restrained by a spell, but the ability for the boulder is it knocks people prone, I gotta look at the. Okay, so what happens is he's knocked prone, but the vines are still wrapped against him, holding him down to the ground now.
Okay.
As the boulder rolls over top of him, just flattens him. He's laid out, and the vines have just now pinned him to the ground now, and the boulder rolls off to the side. Taruk, you're up.
Well, what
Hector's on deck.
What I'm gonna do is I'm going to leisurely stroll towards the boulder. I'm gonna run my finger on it, and I'm gonna push the boulder on top of him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll it.
I'm gonna say just for that, give me a strength check.
All right. And let's go. That is 18.
Yeah, 18 moves it. So Taruk, you get behind the boulder and you just and with your strength, man, you push it and it starts rolling over him just like a
cartoon.
Just like a cartoon, and you now have it is the heaviest medicine ball that anybody's ever given him, and it's now got him pinned down. He was already pinned down from the vines from the ensnaring strike. He now has the boulder resting on his chest on there, and you're holding it there.
Now, all right, can I?
You just hear him.
Now, can I say to Corrales to mold earth to make his hands rise up and pin it against the boulder?
You can tell him that, yeah.
Corrales, my friend, we have saved the day. So, mold earth and pin his hands against the boulder.
Just when I think. You can't.
So good. So good.
I love it.
It's that, my friends.
What a start to the new year.
Oh my gosh, this episode's been amazing.
Shrieks on my shoulder.
Little pie goblin.
Okay, if that's your turn. Hector's up and Corrales is on deck. Hector is just gonna flip his sword around and stab it down, like right next to his head. Are you sure that you don't want to take this back? Which I'm going to let Hector lead into Corrales' turn. Corrales?
Yeah, I'll mold earth and like have the earth come up under his hands to force him up.
Okay. I'm looking up the specifics for mold earth. I think you can do this. I'm just looking. Choose a portion of earth that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube. You can manipulate it. One of the following you can cause it to become difficult. Right? Yeah. You sure can. So with mold earth, you force his arms up, and you see his arms kind of like his hands kind of come up out of the vine wraps, and you see, and he's now got his hands on top of on the boulder while it's resting on his chest, and you just see him like.
I think Owen can do his thing now.
Nat's up and Owen's on deck. Anything you want to add, Nat?
I got nothing to add. I just look at him, shake my head.
Oh, she's not even mad. She's disappointed.
Yeah.
Shame.
And that's worse. All right, Owen.
All right, guys, wish me luck on this because this might get me stuck here in Tartarus forever. Owen's going to use Minor Illusion. He's going to use his rogue feature to mimic Sisyphus' voice perfectly.
Uh-huh.
And he is going to use Minor Illusion to make this sound originate from his mouth, from like where his face is, and say, I, Sisyphus, the most clever of all men, do take back this sin and this burden. I enjoyed my break, but I don't want any more. I got bored. Furthermore, Hades, Persephone, Ares, and Thanatos are all bitches. This rock is far too light and smooth. I could use with some more grip, maybe some spikes, some little jetting bits, maybe make it hot. This is very boring. And the mountain is very, very flat. Maybe make it steeper.
No!
I'm getting bored here.
No! This is not... I did not say that! I didn't say that!
Yeah. And
No!
you suck. Yes.
And basically, Torin and Taruk, you guys feel like a magic, like almost like a pull at the back of your neck, like at the back of your skull, back of your neck, almost as if something was just untethered.
Torin, did you tickle me?
No.
Stop touching me.
Don't touch me, jerk.
You touched me first,
And you just
jerk.
hear as he's still trapped under this boulder and still being held by those vines, just, no!
Morales, Hector, do you think you can
Molders.
maintain concentration on that long enough for the Furies to come for him?
Molder.
Whatever those are.
Yeah.
Mold Earth
Yeah,
lasts
yeah.
how long? I was just looking at it. I should
An
know
hour.
this. Sure does. Yup.
You could have had water or wine, and instead you chose to. This is the path you chose. You just don't learn, do you?
Yeah, man. We would have helped you push the boulder up top. No. You had to be all like, haha, they're going to take it. Haha. But guess what? You got played.
Well.
Just help.
These are the consequences of our own actions.
Hector goes, I don't know. I'm starting to feel sorry for you. I'll take the vines away. And he just like basically snaps and the vines let go. But Sisyphus is kind of just leaning up, like kind of on his sit bones, but leaning against the boulder, just kind of resigned to. And here I freaking am again.
That's what you get.
That's what you deserve.
Yeah, honestly. Let's be real here.
He doesn't say anything.
We know. Listen, you would have got it up to the top of the hill with our help, and I don't know what would have happened. Maybe you would have been free, but now you get to suffer.
Maybe think about that next time someone comes along.
I hope you end up down here with the rest of us.
Probably will one day. But today is not that day, my friend.
Yeah, it ain't that day. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Even if Torin does end up down here, you know what I mean? He's gonna kick your ass. Oh, sorry, Torin.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Guys.
Yes! The greatest combat of the year. Oh,
It's just getting
George,
started.
you
Yours just
beautiful
getting started.
bastard. I love you.
So sweet.
Entrance
I love
is
Tim's
busted.
face. I love
Tim's
Tim's
like,
face the
damn
whole
these assholes.
time. He's
Oh
like
my
the
gosh.
whole time. He's just letting everybody go, and he already knows that it's over. It's done with. It's
Yep.
just a common courtesy.
Yep. I don't want to cheat anybody just in case you could come up with anything else to add to it, but when he's restrained, he can't move. And when you just mold Earth just a little bit, like I said, it's just like this is holding it, and you do it at an angle, it's gonna roll this way directly at him, and I'm like, oh no! Like
And the best part,
physics
best
take
part is
over
you-
at that point. Like
the best part is you beat yourself. That's what makes it better.
I just did because I hadn't, Hector has things to do now, and I was like, this would be useful if in 1 in a million that it works. Sisyphus rolled a 4 on his strength save.
So apparently it wasn't 1 in a million, it was 1 in 5. Because Sisyphus is made of bitch.
Dude, the stats I have for him, he's got like 22 strength. That's like plus
He
6.
sounds like a fire giant to me, is what he sounds like. Or like
Yeah, it's very
that's what he
similar.
sounds like.
Yeah, the fire giant
Jesus.
stats.
Yeah, there's no reason why anybody should be able to like push him down and say no. There's no reason for that
Except
whatsoever.
when he rolls a
Except
4
when
on a
I-
strength.
Exactly.
Because that's what I kept looking. I was like, he's got to have advantage. He's got to have advantage. Nope.
No
Why didn't
advantage.
Hector die over that 10,000 years he was sitting next to Will? Because he's busted. That's why.
Okay.
Because he rolls 20s on his con saves. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still my favorite character.
Poor
Okay.
Sisyphus. I mean, all he had to do was play nice, and everything could have been better for him.
No.
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 The second that you guys
Sucks to
offered,
suck.
Yeah, the second that you guys offered, that was the thing. It was like, no, he's off the hook now. It's your problem.
Let's be real. I mean, I would have did the same thing. I would have been like, yo, here you go. No problem. Oh, man, that was dope.
All
Just saying,
right.
guys.
I'm sorry. I'm still broken a little bit by all of that. That was amazing, guys.
That's beautiful.
That was
Absolutely.
That was amazing.
Beautiful.
When the party breaks the DM.
Yeah.
Well, when the DM breaks the DM.
The DM. Yep.
Pretty much.
First of the year, baby. First of the year.
Cantrips with
I think I've made up my mind in campaign 2. You guys aren't going to get any NPCs. Like I'm not going to give you any. You don't get a mascot character. You don't get it. No, I'm not giving you one. You're not getting a Hector next one.
Make sure George gets the
Oh.
bucket of cantrips, where he just has all the cantrips in a bucket.
Yes,
Corrallos
yes.
is breaking my Corrallos is breaking my game with cantrips.
Corrallos won D&D. That's it. It's over.
Cantrips. That's the best part.
Spell
we-
slots. Try better. Then I'll use some spell slots.
Yeah. I'm sorry, a legendary creature or entity from Greek mythology? Give me something I'll use a spell slot on. Jeez.
Pretty hard.
Come on.
If you
make
don't
me
give me
fu- Make me pull
Come
a
on.
sweat here.
bring the giant bird back. Give me
Wait
a
a minute. Hold
Medusa.
on, hold on. Too
Give me
soon.
a Hydra. Give me something to use a spell slot for.
Sisyphus, didn't he die? He's already dead. Why do I need to go?
What am I worried about?
We're already lost.
All right, guys.
Oh man.
What do you do now? I want to know.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
continue on and wave goodbye.
I don't know. I think that's perfect, man. Yeah. What do you do after
That's
that?
exactly
Like,
how
seriously.
Torn waves goodbye. Peace.
What else can we finish for the rest of this night that like
You
gonna
just see
top that?
Hector puts his sword away, just kind of like, well, that went well, as you guys are walking away.
Torn stick out his
All right.
fist. Well done, Hector. Well done indeed.
I
Pound
turn around. I turn around and I look at the party. No more. Do not offer to help anyone else. That's the only
Oh.
way.
All right.
As much I love you guys, I love you. I'm sorry.
All right, Natty. We're sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know about Torin. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I have not been doing a good job bringing you guys down here. And I'll be honest, I did not have faith in bringing you all down here. I was actually terrified. But now, after seeing this, I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm beyond. Like, I can't even say I'm sorry because that's not adequate. When we get out of here, I'm buying all of you the biggest jug of meat I can find, and rum and wine or whatever you guys want to drink. Corrallos, I'll even try to whatever. I'll do whatever. I don't know, whatever you're into. I don't know what that is at this point.
He's a little underaged, I think.
That hasn't stopped any of us before.
You're right.
All right.
But in all seriousness,
Okay. Well, party. Do we move forward?
I don't know. What does the boss say? Nat?
let's go. No, like I said, no more stopping. No more helping anybody.
Toru gives Natty a hug and goes forward. We're out.
All right. Go ahead and I'm gonna say go ahead and party. Give me some perception checks.
14.
Dirty 20.
1d20. Nat
15.
1. There it is.
Nat 1.
There it is.
So I got Nat 1. Owen got a 1. Nat, what did you get?
A 15.
15. Corrales,
Dirty 20.
you had the dirty 20. Torin,
14.
Taruk.
I got an 8.
Yeah. You're still thinking about that jerk with the boulder. Corrales, you're the first one to notice. As you guys, you pass this like mountainous high rise that Sisyphus has been pushing this boulder up. As you guys pass and keep going, you hear sounds of battle off in the distance. Not like the clanging of steel, though, but you hear physical exertion by somebody. And it's not behind you. It's not Sisyphus rolling the boulder.
I mean, I'll tell everybody I hear it.
Okay. You keep
Anyone
moving.
have a mirror?
Mirror,
I'm hesitant
Do
to look
not.
over my shoulder in Tartarus because of dealing with Orpheus. So.
Yeah.
Smart move.
As you guys move forward, whoever's leading the way, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Okay. $21.
21. Nat, as you're leading the way, you come around.
High survival modifier.
Yeah, well, you're the ranger. That's what you should do. Yeah, you've got survival's the rangers. That's your bag, baby. That's your bag. You come across like this open crevasse in the this cavern, and as you kind of peer around, you see where the noise is coming from, and you see for the first time what it was all about, and you see. You see, the only way to describe it is a John Woo movie. You see a small entity hand fighting ghosts. And you see as these multiple specters and spirits are approaching this small humanoid, and you're just seeing a martial arts display. Barrel rolls off to the side, does a spin kick, and knocks another one, and you see the spirit gets hit and just kind of dissipates. And you see as this very small gnome-like creature is a blur and flurry of blows, literally fighting ghosts, an endless wave of them. There are like, for every one that he knocks down, more are just appearing and materializing and coming at him. And he's just, with each one, you see as he knocks one down, 3 more rise up, and he's not stopping. He's continuing to fight.
Wow.
Give me Nat, since you're the first one to see it. The rest of you guys are kind of, as you follow Nat, you kind of round this bend and you see this. Nat, give me an investigation check.
Okay. One D2.
22. A closer look. It is Champ, but you can tell he is exhausted, and he's not given any time to breathe, to rest. You stand there and watch for several minutes as it's just an endless field of spirits and specters that just keep materializing to fight him, and he has to continue to fight constantly. And a closer examination of his face reveals that he is under a lot of strain and a lot of pain. And you start to wonder how long he's been doing this.
Okay, about, did you, about like an idea for a distance?
About 100 feet off.
100 feet, okay. I can't do that. Could I maybe do something to distract like these ghosts or like these specters? Like kind of get them away.
Give me an insight roll, Nat.
An insight, okay.
Yeah.
Are the rest of us seeing this by now?
Yeah,
15.
I said you by 15. I got you. By this time, you guys have rounded that corner and you're seeing this. Nat, from you just studying what's happening, it appears to be an endless stream of spirits and specters that just keep rising to fight him. And as he vanquishes them, they just more keep coming.
So it's like a horde, essentially, right?
Yeah, kind of. It looks like a spectral fighting ring. They seem to be only coming at him at maybe 2 or 3 at a time.
Okay.
But they're constant, and for every one he knocks down, more just keep surrounding him and stepping up slowly. Okay. That's why I said it's basically like a martial arts movie where you people surround the fighting ring.
We can fight one at a time, all together.
Right, but the trick is as he's knocking them down, somebody in the circle steps forward and starts fighting. And you see as the holes in the circle, new spirits and specters step up and fill the holes. It's an endless cycle. Makes you with that insight roll, it also makes you wonder. I don't think there's distracting these things. They're all fixated on him.
Okay.
Keeping in mind where you are.
Okay. I know what I just said about not stopping to help anyone, but this is one of our own. Let's try to go get him. What do y'all think?
Can we get within 30 feet of him?
I think we can. I mean...
Seems ill-advised. But if that is your decision, just understand where we are is dangerously close to places we may not want to go. The path ahead is very narrow and fraught with danger, it seems. I don't know that there's much wiggle room.
Owen, listen, we understand what you're saying, but like Natty said, Champ is one of us. He came down here to save her sister, and I think it's only right that we help him out. Besides, Isla would probably never forgive any of us if we just let Champ die.
You also thought it was right to help Sisyphus, and that nearly got both of you stuck here forever.
You're absolutely right.
Forgive me for sounding as if I'm crass or uncaring for your allies. We are here to put out a fire, not to build an orphanage, not to cure a plague, not to resurrect a dead god of love, hospitality, and kittens. We are here to solve a particular problem. The further we deviate from that, the more resources we expend solving these other unrelated problems, the harder
then you know
it is
what,
going to
Owen?
be for us to do it.
You go ahead. You go ahead then. You guys do what you want. I'm gonna go to camp.
Looks like Nat has spoken. Owen, my friend, I hear your words, but we go where Nat goes, and we're going this way. Taruk takes off right behind that to go help Champ.
What do you think,
All right.
Carlos?
I potentially have an idea, but I will need Owen's help.
All right. Owen, would you like to hear him out?
Of course, I'll hear him out.
I just need you to make a minor illusion of Champ himself and keep him away from the ghost long enough for Champ to get out.
That's not an awful idea.
Don't believe I have. Minor illusion is not powerful enough for me to do something of that sort, but
I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. He'll be invisible. I just need time to get him out of there and them to be distracted enough.
Hector?
I was actually looking at his spells to see if there's anything that he could add to this. I don't see how anything he has here would really help. Specters and ghosts are a little out of his realm at this point.
Very well.
Hector looks at you and he goes, I'm following her. And he goes after Taruk.
Very well. Yeah. Owen will. He'll. All right. You guys hear that tick, tick, tick sound again. I'm going to convert some spells into spell slots. Or some spells into sorcery points. Very well. You said we're about 100 feet away?
Yeah.
All right, I'll use invisibility as an action to make myself invisible. And I will tell Karalos as soon as he starts, I'll position myself as soon as you're in position to make him invisible. I'll create the illusion, and then if anything happens, well, we'll deal with it as we deal with it.
Okay. To need basic stat block here. So it is an illusion, yes, of Champ.
Yeah, well, yeah. As soon as he's invisible or gone, it'll be an illusion of Champ. It will be a very rudimentary one because it's minor illusion, not silent image. But if they're dumb, if the ghosts are dumb, it'll be fine. If they're not dumb, I'm sure between all of us we can figure out something.
That's what I was looking at.
It's a static. Basically, it's a static object that fits in a 5-foot cube.
Yeah.
He fits in a 5-foot cube. So I know that size-wise it works. My bigger concern is that since it is a visual effect,
yeah,
it's an image of an object within range. He's not an object.
No, I think that.
So
no.
he's not an object, so it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
All right. Well then. All right, very well. Then what I guess. All right. Silent image wouldn't work either because they still are going to physically interact with it. You said he looks exhausted, right?
Yeah, or at least strained.
All right. 100 feet away. What's the range on that? What's the range on lesser restoration? Is it touch? No. Why is that on there? There's not much I can do. Unless we're going to engage and just start killing ghosts, there's not much I can do. So call it, Nat. Are we going to try to buy some time so that we can heal and support your friend?
That's what I was thinking. What I can do is if I can get close enough to him, I can cast my Pass Without Trace. That's gonna mask us enough to get him out, and maybe try to buy us out a little bit of time.
It only increases his stealth check. It doesn't make him invisible. So if they're attuned to him, like the other labors seem to be, then they're just going to keep coming after him. And you'd have to be very close. If you want to do that, if that's the play you want, I consumed my spell slots, reset my SP, and got a 3rd level spell slot back. I don't have much left, but I can drop a lightning bolt to try to clear a little bit and do a couple cantrips and buy you some time. I can probably buy you 2 turns.
Where is this?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Hector's going, so I have no choice. All right, let's do this.
All right, let's rock and roll.
All right. Unless there's something specific you want me to roll, then I'm just going to position myself where I can cut off the biggest swath I can with a lightning bolt. To try to hit as many of them as I can, and then I will use a quickened. There's nothing I can really do, so I have one of these left. I'll use a quickened mirror image so that I at least have some defense, and we'll go from there.
All right.
So what do you guys do?
Well,
I need to get within 30 feet of Champ.
Okay.
Can I do that?
What are you guys doing? Are you just walking up? Are you stealthing up? What are you doing?
I would love to be stealthy.
we're gonna stealth.
Okay. Well. Oh, I keep forgetting. He doesn't do that at disadvantage. He's in leather. Yeah, that's not terrible. Could be worse. Everybody roll me stealth checks.
8 plus 8,
I got
16.
8.
Wow.
I got 5.
16.
16, 8, 5,
14.
14. Taruk.
Come on, big guy. What you got?
I got a 14.
Okay. You guys think that you're fairly stealthy as you walk up to this circle of spirits that surround Champ, as Champ is continuously fighting, usually three or 4 at a time, as the rest just stare and watch. Corrales and Torin, you two kind of collectively, as a duo, you excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. Apologies. You both trip over some unearthed rock. You both face plant down, and you both look up, and you see as several of these specters, spirits that are waiting to jump into the circle, kind of look back at you and make eye contact with you lot as a group. Just stare. And then go back to watching the fight.
Wow. Okay, so
That was weird.
Kind of dumb.
I'm trying to.
No, apparently they're kind of dumb.
I'm going to use a sorcery point for distance spell and then use invisibility on Champ.
Okay.
And then use Awaken Mind to tell him to run.
Okay. you cast invisibility on Champ. So basically, at like mid move, as he's like barrel rolling over one of them, and he goes to punch another like in the gut, you see the ghost still and drops down, and it dissipates, and then you just hear, "Hey, what? Huh? Cool." And then you just see as now ghosts just start. Nope. The ghosts seem fairly confused, and you see as they all are kind of looking at each other and just like, and they're all. You just see it's so weird to see like a circle of ghosts all just looking around, looking for him. And you said you use Awaken Mind to tell him to run.
Yes.
Can they answer back on Awaken Mind, or is it like a one-way?
No, they can talk to me.
Oh, okay. So in your head, you go, "You've got to be kidding me. What are you guys doing down here?"
Get out of there, champ.
I was winning, though.
For now.
Corrales, tell him to get on my shoulder.
Fine. You just see as like the ghosts are all just bewildered, and now they're all starting to like just fan out in multiple directions, kind of. They're just confused. If you've ever seen like if somebody pulled for like a fire alarm for a bunch of ghosts, they're all just kind of floating around in multiple directions, and they're just all confused. The next thing you hear is behind you guys. Okay, I'm here. Now what?
Let's go.
What she said.
All right, let's
All
go. Let's go.
Yeah, go.
Leave
No.
very
The
quickly.
ghosts seem to be not interested in you lot whatsoever.
Thank God. Let's go.
We move.
They
We're
do
just
not
gonna
care.
keep shuffling.
You just hear, you guys hear with you just a sound of very quick footsteps. I'll say Nat, roll survival check real quick.
Got it.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be
No.
suspicious.
Running.
24, baby.
24.
Running
Easily
very
enough, once again, you find yourself a little outcropping where you can just say, "Guys, through here." And it's once again like another little small one-way crevasse with a dead end, but you can go through there and actually get some cover.
Yeah.
All
right, we're gonna rest.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys have found a place that is fairly defensible with one way in, kind of like a little tunnel where you can rest.
Carlos, could you build a door real quick?
Yeah, mold earth, baby.
Old Earth, absolutely.
Good idea.
I appreciate you.
As the mold earth blocks off, you guys get a moment.
Champ. Listen, where are you? Good.
You drop the
Corrales.
invisibility?
Yes, I will drop it now.
You drop invisibility. Champ is behind Torin and Taruk on it.
Champ,
Hey guys.
hey, come in the middle of us. What?
Okay.
Oh, why? Okay.
What in the world
Glad
happened?
you're all right. Yeah.
I don't remember. See, it's a little fuzzy because I'm not quite sure. Well, first of all, and he goes to put his hand on you, Taruk, what would be the equivalent of like your thigh, to pat it, and goes, "I really appreciate," and you see as his hand passes through your leg. I really appreciate your... Huh. Does it again. It passes through your leg. That's weird. What I was going to say is, I'm not sure how I got here. See, I was investigating. I was trying to figure out a way to find Isla. And the only thing I remember is that I was on this island, and then nothing. Like I was looking at something, and then just black. And when I woke up, I was on like a shore.
Sure.
And I've been kind of running around here ever since trying to find Isla. Do you even know where here is?
Yeah.
What
Torn.
island were you on, champ?
It didn't have a name.
Well, champ, we're in Tartarus. And it sounds like Corrales. Should we tell him or
Tell him I'm not exactly sure.
Tell me what?
If I think it's what you think you're thinking, then we did too, which is why it doesn't make sense to me.
That's true. Champ, you said you don't remember how you got here?
No.
You remember what you
Like
were
I
looking
said,
at?
I was investigating this, like, it was like a tablet or something that was in a cave. And yeah, I was trying to figure out, there's rumors that there is a way to like get to Tartarus, and I was trying to figure out how to get to Isla, and the original plan was we were all supposed to, and Shriek goes, yeah, we were all supposed to, find our way here, remember? And the odd part, Taruk, is that you feel Shriek, like with his hands on your shoulder, sitting on top of you. You feel him. He's there.
Hold on. Shriek. Champ.
What?
Give me a high. No. Hold on, Shriek. Champ. Give me a high five.
Okay.
Well, a low five.
Okay. You see his hand pass right through yours.
Shriek. Give him a fist bump real quick.
Okay.
He goes, and once again, his fist passes right through Shriek's.
Well, that's cold. That's weird.
Owen, Corrales, you guys are the magic guys. I don't think Shriek did what we did, or Champ did what we did. This tablet, is he projecting himself or something, or
does he appear to have an aura of like any sort of magic around him, Champ?
It's not magic. At least he's not magic. Nothing on him is magic.
It appears as if he's only half dead.
Nothing
We're all
on
here
him is
physically.
magic.
I was about to ask the same question. Nothing on him is magic?
Nope.
This is just an image. It might be a part of his soul, his consciousness, a memory, an imposter, but
Like one of those outer body experience things?
sure, yes. He might be astrally projecting here somehow. If the tablet he says he was investigating was a scroll of some kind that could project the soul or kick it out of a body, then, or maybe he's simply unconscious and in a state of gentle repose. There's a lot of options where you can be both dead and not dead, and it's entirely possible that this is what it looks like on the other side.
That.
Well, no, we're dead. We're dead. We're just going to get better.
You hear a female voice in the back of all of your heads. This is kind of weird. I can tell you for a fact he's not a part of the game.
Again.
Again, Tord.
What?
You heard.
Again?
You heard. Again.
Yeah, again. We met her on the shore.
Oh, sorry. And she now like appears kind of arms around her knees, just kind of floating there for a second. Yeah, sorry, I'm here.
Oh.
Aphrodite floats there in her splendor and glory. Looked like say about mid-20s.
What's up?
Lady Aphrodite.
So, you're saying he's not part of the game, so to speak?
No, he's not. You
Then
see,
how?
here's the thing. I don't know why he's here or what's happening here. I think Owen might have the right idea. It could be an astral projection. It could possibly be that a part of his spirit is here and the other part of it could be back on the material plane. There could be several reasons for that.
Lady Aphrodite, if I may, is there anyone that would want to disrupt the game? If he's here, it doesn't strike me as...
You asking would someone cheat?
Not quite. It seems that if the game board was set and all of us pieces were placed, that every piece that was here was placed. If there's a piece here that wasn't placed by either participant, perhaps there's a third party. The only thing that makes sense is either by sheer luck and coincidence, he happens to end up in the exact path that his friends and compatriots are traveling in the underworld after coming across a mysterious tablet and having a mysterious effect that is, quite honestly, confusing and baffling to not only us, but also to a goddess. Once is a coincidence, twice is enemy action.
What Owen said, I was thinking the same thing. He
makes
said
a
it
really
fancier.
good point.
But who would dare
Interrupt a game of the gods?
Who indeed? And you hear another female voice. And you just see Aphrodite's eyes roll off to the side. And you see a raven-haired woman who looks eerily similar to the one, Taruk, that you saw outside of the temples back on Sandbar. The one that told you guys about the Athena shrine and shortly disappeared. This time in black and gold robes, long raven hair and golden eyes, studying an apple, a golden apple in her hand.
Oh man, there's so many pretty ladies over here.
You see, no one said there'd only be 2 players to this game.
Oh, no.
Oh, forgive me. Deity, I didn't mean to crash your game. And for the rest of you, my name is Eris. Goddess of discord and chaos. And I've been looking after you much longer than my dear Aphrodite has been.
Wait, you've been watching us?
And that's where we're gonna leave off tonight.
God. Talk about a bombshell. Oh my god. Okay.
Why
all right,
did it feel like
let's pull this all together because it's late, and my goodness, that was a session and a half. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching Dice Hard with a Vengeance here on the Curbside Podcast. Thank you for joining us in 2022. We are in for an interesting year. Hell, we are in for an interesting next week. So, thank you all for watching. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap that little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload. Buy the shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/LostBookGirby. And I'm going to try to post a link on our Facebook page. If you have any issues with getting a hold of the show, we now have a link tree at Curbside Podcast. So please check that out. It's got a link to our Twitter, our Facebook, our Discord, our Instagram. Please check all of that out.
Wait, we have an Instagram now?
Well, I have one that I post everything from the show on.
Where the hell have I been?
But thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.